We out here. So I guess the story that's out there that has my attention the most is this Gervonta Davis joint. Cause now what they talking about is they gonna pair it up with David Benavidez's fight. You know, and Rick Glacier pointed it out, which I talked about in the relay that they trying to put a spin on it. You know that it's not this and that. It's cause of the venue. It's cause of man. Why don't y'all stop lying? Stop lying. What you thought was gonna happen after he made that money with Ryan? I said that last year. That look, you had the fight and you got to make money off of that fight. I literally said this last year. But moving forward, it ain't gonna be no other fights like that. That if you want to make money, if you want to keep making serious money, you're gonna have to fight serious people, bro. You know? I said that last year that like, yeah, you had the Ryan fight and congratulations that y'all sold all them pay-per-views, but it ain't a lot of fights like that. And it's not really like you could talk about a rematch, but come on, B. Ryan ain't gonna come down to 35. I don't even think Ryan gonna come down to 40 for a rematch. So he's screwed. He really is stuck between a rock and a hard place. Cause even the good fights, like even the good ones, they not gonna do a million pay-per-view buys, I don't think. Like you could do a fight with Teofimo, for example. Maybe that's good for 4, 5. You could do a fight with Shakur. Maybe that does 3 and 4. You do a fight with Devin, same kind of number. That you already had the easiest fight for the most money. So getting at that kind of money now, it's not gonna be easy. And what, he only fought once this year, right? He only fought once, right, country? Frank
Yep,
Martin.
once. Yep, and that was against Tank. That's it.
So it's not gonna get easier for him. And I knew that was gonna happen. That bro, this business just don't work that way where you could keep ducking everybody or you could keep ignoring the people that pay money and you gonna keep getting money. Like, nah, homeboy. Least of all now that you don't have Showtime to give you anything. You don't have Showtime no more. So I'm not surprised, man. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he retired. What you think about that, Leo? That if push come to shove, he not gonna fight nobody. He just gonna retire undefeated.
I don't. The thing is, Julius is as long as he needs money, he's gonna keep fighting. Now, if PVC is gonna conjure him a guy that is gonna satisfy his financial demands, I don't know. Maybe if when the money gets a little bit more dry, he's gonna think about because now I think it's good. Now it's good. But maybe 1 year, 2 years, maybe one is fighting once a year.
Pero eso
Just
llegó, Leo. That's this year.
yeah, but what I'm telling you is good now, especially with the Ryan Garcia fight. It's gonna be good for a couple of years, but after that, PVC is not gonna find nobody. That's it's not so much that Gervonta Davis is that much of afraid of everyone. I think in his mind he beats everyone, but his handlers they know better. They know
Mm.
this guy is not gonna. If you put him against a Theo, you might lose. If you put him against a Devin Haney, you might lose.
The
Who
thing
knows?
is, the reason I say this is because at least the story that's out there, the rumor, is I don't know if y'all saw that episode of the relay that I uploaded earlier, but Rick is saying that basically he wanted money that they don't have for him. So he's already, if that's true, if that's like the reason that, it's not going to happen this year, then he's already reached the point to where, you can't fight these people, bro. Ain't nobody going, them days of Showtime just giving you this and that. Yeah, them days is over, bro. So if you want to really get paid, you can't be fighting Lamont Roaches. And it's nothing against Lamont Roach because I ain't even trying to shit on him. But you got to be real. We got to see Jamel Herring beat this dude, and it didn't cost $80. So why would we have to give you $80 to fight that same dude?
Yeah,
Why?
it's ludicrous. It's just
It's
ludicrous.
lunacy, bro. Like that don't make sense nowhere on it. Like, bro, I literally seen Jamel Herring outbox this dude years ago. It didn't cost $80. You wanted to do this in December, a week out, because what is it? Fury versus Usyk is what? December 21st. And that's only $20, bro. How you gonna charge us 4 times that amount to see you fight Lamont Roach? You crazy, bro.
Bro,
You
it's the face
nuts.
of boxing. What are you talking about?
Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Domo
but
said some motherfucking late night boxing talks. You already know we out here.
don't you think because Gervonta Davis talks like the kind of guy that's settled for life, like a Canelo Alvarez right now?
No, pero no es posible.
No.
Un
But
imbécil.
yeah, we know that. In reality, you are settled for at most a couple of years because you think maybe you have 2, 3 million, $4 million in your bank account and some other shit, and you think that's gonna last you. You don't need to work anymore. Maybe for some of us, maybe, but with your expenses, nah, that one is gonna go dry. And I don't think PVC is this Ryan Garcia fight. The Ryan Garcia that he had. What was that fight?
Well, it
It
was
was
what in April, right? April
yeah,
of last year?
yeah. That shit came up from the sky. It really, it
It
really did.
did. It
It really
did.
did because Ryan Garcia acquiesced to everything you asked for. Any other motherfucker is not gonna do that, and you're
No.
not gonna fight.
No, and he doesn't have the option of a rematch because I'm like, come on, certainly he's not going to go back to 35. That's one.
Oh no.
But I don't even think he can make 40. I don't even think he can make 40. Like, nah, that motherfucker? Nah.
Yeah, he grew too
No,
much.
and if you are talking about Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Sims, they're not gonna handicap themselves to acquiesce to Gervonta Davis demands. They're
I
not gonna.
agree with
They're
that.
gonna do what they have been doing so far. Is just fight top contenders, try to fight some guy, and they're gonna be good. But you, Gervonta, I don't know. I don't really know what's gonna be from you.
The thing is that he's such a chicken shit. Like I don't think the gravity of how big a coward he is and his handlers, I don't really think it's settled in for a lot of people that I could literally see him retiring before he fights those people. To not fight those people and stay unbeaten and have that to lord over everyone, I could see him retiring, bro. He 30 now? Come on, B.
I hope God is listening to you, Julius.
I'm telling you, I could see that shit, bro. Cause he not going like, bro, he don't want to fuck with Turkey. You know, like he don't want to do that. And two, just like you said, motherfucker, his handlers is not stupid. You go to Riyadh season, bro, you might get your ass beat. Cause that's what's been going on. Like, yeah, motherfucker, go to Riyadh season. That's the Super Bowl, basically, bro. That's the show. You might get your ass beat.
That's where
So,
motherfuckers get exposed at, you know?
for real, motherfucking Frankie Sanchez, motherfucking Arslanbek Makhmudov, motherfucking Jared Anderson, Wilder. You know what I mean? AJ got his ass beat. It hurt me, but he got his ass beat, bro. You know, you go to Riyadh season, bro. That's the Terror Dome. You got to get ready, bro.
Yeah, you better be fully prepared because your shit's on the line, man.
And
No
and
joke.
if the situation with the PBC, the way I see it is he not gonna fight under nobody else's banner. You know, like he not gonna go to a match room. No, he not gonna go to a Golden Boy or a Top Rank. That the way it's looking for the PBC, which is a separate situation, but it's all connected, is think about it. Y'all did what, 5 shows? 5, 6, right? 2 was Canelo fights, 1 was Gervonta, 2 was Tim Zoo, and that's it. They done y'all understand that they done for the year now. That's it. That was the year.
Yeah, no, with the tank fight being done, is it for PBC this
That's
year?
it. You know, ain't no Benavidez this year. They saving Benavidez for next year. So y'all did 5 fights. That's it. The whole year. Y'all
Yeah, like
did
it was
5
supposed to be
cards.
6, but now it's only 5. That's fucking
My
funny.
dude, it was supposed to be 12 to 14. 12 well, I'm telling you. 12 so it's like if they can't sort this shit out, it's like he not gonna go to somebody else. Like if they were to go under, Do you think he'd go to Matchroom? Hell no. Like, no, he wouldn't. He absolutely wouldn't.
Julius, what some people don't understand about the PVC, there are many people that have thought that PVC was a printing machine money. That you're you just go to the PVC and you break bank and everyone makes money. No, there have been people making money. Yeah, but in the moment that the world goes dry, there is not gonna be and the world went dry. There is no more Showtime money. There's no Amazon money. So
Nope.
from now on, if you're gonna fund those resources to you, to your handlers, to Al Heyman, there is no more money to be made from those guys. So maybe that motherfucker is so dumb that he really thinks that he been doing
Maybe
200K
because
pay-per-view.
it's possible that he's too stupid because you really can't like and I say it all the time. You can't underestimate how stupid some motherfuckers is. Like maybe it's now starting to sink in with you because he said it himself that the promotion for the Frank Martin fight was doo-doo. You think? I looked at the fucking podium for that shit. It was chips and scratches. I'm like, yo, y'all ain't got a poster. Y'all ain't got a poster y'all could put on that shit. Like that shit look like y'all in a high school auditorium, bro.
You know what's crazy, bro? The dude turned down $8 million to fight Tevin Farmer, and you didn't even recoup on any of the pay-per-views that they put out there for you. And you still, I don't think he still even made something as close to $8 million in his career.
Can I say this, Chris? I would say that this dude probably out of them pay-per-views that he was doing, you know, the ones that did okay, bro, you probably did 4 and 5, bro. 4 and 5 mil. You know, cause the shit, what motherfucker don't understand, let's best case scenario the shit. If the pay-per-view really did 200,000 pay-per-view buys, right? 30 to 40% of that goes to the platform. It don't go in his pocket. It go to the platform. Then what's left after that, after the platform get whatever they get, then after that, people get paid. So I'm like, all right. If the guarantee is 1 and 2 out of the rest, you might get another 2 or another 3. Like, I don't think you taking home 10 mil fucking fighting Rolly. Nah.
What about the gate though? What about the gate though? He does get some of that gate though. So at the end of the day,
I mean, like, I just don't see Al Heyman giving him that. If I'm real, like, bro, the dude is a dickhead. Like, he's a dickhead. Like, that dude, like, a lot of shit is just poser shit. Like Lions Only Promotions, man. Like, bro, all y'all motherfuckers do over there is posing and say shit that sound good. I don't think Al lets you go home with 10 mil for Rolly. I don't think so, because he know you dumb.
You didn't let Floyd leave with some of his money. So what makes you think you gonna leave with yours?
That's what I'm like, nah, homie. You know, so I figured this dude probably was getting 5 and 4 and 5, you know, because the other thing is when you add the reality to it that, bro, them shits didn't do 200,000. The fuck? You think 200,000 people paid to see him fight Isaac Cruz? Man, listen, man, if you don't get the fuck out of here, right? So,
Jules, but it just goes to show you that,
Chris, I think he'll retire before he fight a live body. That's
a fact. That's what he said. Basically, you remember how he made fun of the dude for having a 9 to 5? He's feeling the pressure of it. Like, yo, bro, like people are starting to see through the facade, and Tank is holding steadfast in this. Yo, bro, I can't take a loss, and I don't want to be embarrassed on national TV. I've seen what happens. I've seen how, you know, they do people. I'm not going to be on that highlight reel. You feel me?
Bro,
that's
how fickle his fans are, bro.
But they not fans, real talk, because when you a fan, yo, fam, if you a Yankee fan, you got the Yankee fitted with the Yankee jersey. You at the game, you know, you contribute. You
got cocaine.
Right? You got cocaine. A lot of them dudes that, yo, they love Gervonta and Swift. Man, y'all ain't fans of shit because y'all don't buy none of that shit. Y'all don't buy none of it.
Let me tell you something, too. Like Deontay Wilder fans, right? Where are they now?
Word. Yo, whole boxing channels Whole boxing channels got shut. Well, retired from boxing. All right. That used to love Deontay and swear by Deontay and the Bronze Bomber. They gone, dog. Some of them doing shit about other sports. They ain't even talking about boxing no more. That's where they at. Motherfuckers is doing love and hip hop videos now, reaction videos and shit. Motherfuckers don't even talk about boxing. And I ain't gonna say no names, but if you paying attention, you know which ones. You know what I'm saying?
No. I'm gonna say names. 78. You know,
Nah, he's
that
still
milk.
like, don't he still kind of do like he still kind
No,
of do boxing videos?
He's talking about He's talking about Jaguar, right? Who else? Ticket TV. Let's say these. Let's
No,
say
no,
these
all
names,
right, all
bro.
right. If we gonna say
Huh.
names, Ticket TV, forget it. What was the other one? Something Town Boxing, something Town. It was something with a town, New Town or something. Big was it Big Time? It was some shit.
Whatever. Yeah, I know what you're talking
You know
about.
what I'm
Let's say
talking about?
20 names. Yeah.
Motherfucking Trill. Motherfucking Trill packed that shit up like a year and a half ago, bro. Like Milk
Yes,
Trill.
that's why I called him the Milk Dud. He looked the Milk Dud.
Nah,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna violate. I'm gonna just say that, like, yo, after certain motherfuckers started losing, right? Motherfuckers ain't really want to watch it. And I said that would happen. That if your revenue stream is making Wilder videos, oh, you better find something to talk about. You better find somebody else, attach yourself to somebody else. And motherfuckers couldn't do it. Like, which goes to my original thesis that these are not boxing fans, bro. Like, nah, you're not a fan of boxing. You like this guy and you like his wave, but you're not a fan of boxing. Because if you a fan of boxing, what I say all the time, I love Inui, but that motherfucker's gonna get knocked out. Oh yeah, one day could be soon. He gonna get parked.
Here's why. You know why? Because for how offensively blessed he is, and he has really good defense. He's gonna get caught in between one of them shots, just
Bro,
like how he got caught by
he gonna
Davis.
go out like Roy. If and it's like motherfuckers see it but don't understand it. Roy was one of the best to ever lace him up. Roy did shit that I don't even know anybody's ever gonna do. You see a lot of
Motherfucker threw
you
4 left hooks, super smooth. Like
my dude, do you see a lot of
absurd
dudes
shit.
that debuted as junior middleweights ever going to heavyweight? Nah, homie. A lot of these dudes wouldn't make it at light heavy, let alone heavy. Roy did things that is not going to get done, right? And if Roy could get slid under the ring, you can get slid under the ring. That's what I'm
Bro, like when you said this, because I was on one of your streams a while back and we were talking about it. Like he said, the pain of seeing Roy getting slid, like
my
that broke
dude.
heart.
Bro, like it's two those are the two biggest heartbreaks in sports that I got is Mike getting knocked out and Roy. I'm like, yo, I didn't think I couldn't imagine that could ever happen to Roy, you know, but that's boxing, and that's what I'm saying. Now Crawford, I think he might retire undefeated. You know why? Because I don't know what the fuck he trying to do now. I don't even like. Who are you trying to fight right now, bro? Because it looked like you.
I think he's trying to look for the biggest money possible. You know,
And if he can't get it, if you talking about the Canelo fight, say Canelo don't want to do it. Well, then what?
I think Conor McGregor, who knows? I saw him wrestling and everything. You know,
mean,
it's a circus, whatever, bro.
Oh
but
my god, we doing that gay ass shit.
I think he's gonna retire, man. I think he's going to retire.
At
But
30
like 34
but
years,
that's why I said I think he'll retire undefeated because I'm like, look, he's closer to retirement than a lot of these other guys. He's undefeated. If what you holding out for is Canelo and you can't get him, I don't get the sense that you're going to stick around and unify 54. Nah, you know. Shout out to the Gooch. I think this is the same thing that happened when PBC would not pay for Canelo versus Jamal fight. Let Tank sit on the shelf. That's what he doing. Basically, you fought once this year, bro. You fought once.
Let that butterball elf sit on the shelf. Like, get the fuck out of here. No one wants to see you.
Pedro said, can't afford
these dudes.
Can't afford pase en la corona. I'm telling you, yo. Like, if you was really that dude, and I said this in an episode of the relay that, well, if you really that dude and your fights generate all this money, they're not going to hesitate to give you what they want, what you want, because they know you're good for it. But because they know you're not good for it, that's why we here now. Because you the face of boxing, so why you only fighting once, bro? What happened? Why they gotta push your shit out? The venue, man, if you don't get the fuck out of here, and that's what pissed me off, that the media don't call it out. The way Dan put a spin on it, oh, they saying it's because of the venue. It's a
He's a
problem. No,
sycophant. He's a
no
Now
problem.
sycophant.
fucking
He's a
Paulie was
dick
trying to say
rider.
how he likes the fight getting moved and all this gay shit. It's like, bro, when have you ever seen the real face of boxing have this type of an issue?
Motherfucking
And what about
Canelo fought Munguia, Berlanga, and he
Man went
planted
head to
some.
head with UFC, Dana White, and Turkey.
Right? They was trying to bury old boy, and he just homie. Right? He in Japan eating sushi. It's bitches with little ass nipples out there and shit. He is living, bro.
little nips?
For
Yeah,
real,
'cause he
tight
got them
ass
little
vaginas
nips.
and shit.
Pussy like this, dog, like a closed fist.
You heard me?
You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's face. No, because that's face of boxing shit. And people send me reels. People send me sound bites of like the boxing voice. Like one they sent me. Oh, Nesta was saying that what Mario Barrios did this shit. Like this shit blew minds. I was like,
Disgusting,
the
bro.
Mario bot that beating Mario Barrios is better than Better Beef beating Bivol. What?
Who
Huh?
the fuck said that?
What
world?
Yo,
Yeah,
Nesta
bro.
said
These
that.
people trying to
Yo,
compare him
Nesta
to
said. I'm
Roberto
like,
Duran.
nah, homie. Like, what is happening now? Like
No,
what's happening now?
Nesta's probably getting paid by them
Bro, that's
niggas
just
because
that dick
he was
eating
never
shit
saying
Nestor
some
be
dumb
doing.
out of pocket
The
shit
shit
like
is
that,
that
bro.
you
Like,
know that the shit is that you know by now. Nesta knows his boxing. Yeah, of course he does. He been at this shit for years. He been at this shit for a long ass time to know that, like, bro, Bivol beat Canelo. Who did Mario Barrios beat? That this is
Literally nobody.
old ass Ugas. That's all you got. You got to beat
That's what they
Lugas.
going off of. He beating old ass fucking Ugas.
This shit is
Ugas?
crazy, bro.
that's not his name. His name is Ugas.
I
Ugas.
call him Lugas, bro, because he look like a loogie. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how he keep
Oh,
pulling all
man.
these fat butt Cuban bitches. Neither like his talk game, like either he tell the greatest jokes or that motherfucker spend a lot of money. Because I'm like, how he always get these fat butt Cuban bitches, man?
Or he's backing it out on his bitches. Like, it was really good. Or
I
he
don't
has
know.
to be backing it out
Bro,
on him.
he stay with a hot Cuban bitch, bro. That's all I know. Shout out to Pedro. Them non-Luke, yo, for real, them snub nose nipples that point at you. You know what I'm saying? Like he been out there for what, like 10 days, 10, 11 days. I'm like, bro, I know he fucks some Japanese bitches out there. You ain't just out there. You ain't just out there sightseeing, motherfucker. You getting your dick sucked.
No. He's being unfaithful like the face of boxing's unfaithful. You know that? Like, you know,
Bro, that's in the contract. You got to cheat on your bitch to be the face of boxing. It's in the contract.
Or you gotta be like Lennox Lewis at a Diddy party.
Oh,
That's
we ain't
wrong.
gonna do the Diddy thing. We ain't gonna bring the Diddy shit in.
And there we go. It's like that's timestamped. Everyone take a drink. Chris brought in Diddy.
We ain't gonna do the Diddy
Watch
thing.
your mouth, yeah.
But you know what? I saw to shift. I saw Regis at the weigh-in, and I was surprised, man. He didn't look gray, didn't look gaunt, didn't look sick. We might see some shit tomorrow. I don't know. I'm still leaning towards.
St. Joe should have shot at him, bro. He should have shot at him.
I want to say that I am still leaning towards Jack because if nothing else, bro, the fight is in Manchester. Come on, it's in Manchester, bro. Like Regis they ain't gonna do Regis no favors out there. If you don't knock this motherfucker out, you ain't getting no favors out there.
Yeah, if you fight in the same, you fight them in the same way that you fought fucking Josh Taylor in the first fight, you're gonna win.
Especially with the shenanigans that's been going on with fight decisions between America and Britain lately. You know, whether it's
it's tit for tat, man.
Yeah.
That Mio Yoshida shit had me tight this week,
That was
bro.
bad.
That was sad.
That was great.
What the? Man, Mio lost a fight to someone who beat up the air. That's like,
and the shit is that I guess what really irritates me is that motherfuckers was qualifying that shit like, dog, like she lost, like, and I don't even want to argue, right? Like I don't want to argue, but it's like, bro, y'all motherfuckers are qualify any old shit, bro. Any old
they
shit.
have no code. They have no integrity. These people are pieces of shit, bro.
Like that was one of the more brazen robberies I've seen. Because I'm like, yo, not for nothing. I think I could only give Sharita like what rounds out of the 10. Most of the time, you wasn't hitting shit. You was just
and
missing.
two rounds is being generous, B.
Yeah, like I gave it the first one. You know,
If you have a 7-inch range advantage over someone and you're the one getting out jabbed, you suck.
that's
you
where that's where boxing is kind of hard to watch because it's like, yo, dog, y'all really gonna rob this lady? Like, she moved to New York and all that. She got a daughter. You know, like it's fucked up. I'm like, wow.
She got away from the Yakuza, bro. She got away from the
Had to
Yakuza
get away from the
just for
Yakuza.
y'all to
Yeah,
do that.
had to
Come
get away
on,
from
babe. She
motherfucking
got away
Lawrence.
from the fucking katana wielding motherfuckers just to get robbed.
Motherfucking Lawrence Okolie. I did the video on it. He left boxer. I'm not surprised, right? I'm not surprised. But let me go to Leo with this. Can he win a title at heavyweight?
Okay, let me think. If Usyk dies in Ukraine fighting the Russians,
You already
Jesus
starting
Christ,
off on a
Leo,
bad
the
foot.
fuck?
Usyk gotta die for Lawrence to win a belt. That's what you're saying.
something,
Yeah,
like,
damn,
something
Leo.
like that.
if Usyk dies, if Fury goes on a drug binge, if Anthony Joshua decides to retire,
Who
if
can
Daniel
he
Dubois
beat?
gets punched retarded, like who's he beating?
Jason, who do you? Is there a heavyweight you think that he could beat?
No, fuck no.
Shit, that was fast. Leo, is there a heavyweight you think he could beat?
Okay, let me think. I don't think it's beating Dubois.
No.
Joshua, no, it's not gonna be Joshua. Tyson Fury. Maybe after this ass beating, I don't know what's gonna
No,
happen to him.
no.
What did y'all?
Uh,
Chris, you can't think of one heavyweight that he could beat. Not one of the known
I,
ones.
I want you to see my face. No,
He can't beat Jared Anderson.
no.
for a title.
No. Forget the title because because you ruled that out. You said the only way he win a title is if Usyk dies. Well,
Yes.
he's still alive, bro. So that rules that shit out.
No, who he can beat?
Just
Yeah, I
Fabio.
think he can beat Jared.
You think
Yeah.
he beat Jared?
Yeah.
What about
You know what Beat said? Sorry to cut you off, but Beat said this. Lawrence Okolie, due to his style and due to his temperament in the ring, he's going to choke in one of those big fights because we saw it in Cruiserweight. For a dude who's 6'5" with a mean straight right hand and a mean 1-2 when he lets it go, yo, bro, you can't keep the fight on the outside. You can't keep the fight in front of you. You can't
But factor this in. While it's true that he struggled to keep guys out, right? At heavyweight, you're gonna have bigger targets that are slower. So don't that
he's
make
going to
them
be
easier
bigger
to hit?
himself. He's going to be bigger himself. People fail to realize that. Like, has he? We've only seen him at 200 plus. No, we saw him a couple times.
We saw him at
Bridgerweight. We
Bridgerweight
saw him
at
at Bridgerweight.
220. We saw him at 225. He's all
Right,
right.
cool. We saw him. All right, but like, do you think that's going to be enough to keep some of them dudes off of him? Like, imagine him fighting like a
Not the
Richard
good dude.
Torres.
No, not the good dudes. Cause see, we rule the good dudes out. A lot of the good dudes. Like, no, he ain't gonna be Daniel. No, he ain't gonna be Usyk. No, he probably don't beat Fury or AJ. No, he don't beat them. But he can't.
What about Joe Joyce?
He doesn't.
All
beat
right, there you go. Can he beat Joe Joyce?
No.
Oh yeah,
That's a good.
He
That's a
parked
good
Joyce.
one.
I think
No, he
it's
should park Joyce. If like you said, like you remember how, if Arislani Lara doesn't knock out Danny Garcia, this fight is fixed.
Yeah.
For everything that is logical in this world, that guy has enough power and speed to land on Joe Joyce multiple times. And I think it only takes, like, with Joe Joyce's lack of punch resistance now, if he just catches him with a crispy 1-2, fight over.
You agree with that, Leo? You agree with that, Leo?
I think it's gonna take a little more than just 1-2. But I think he can outbox him. Look, if you're going to talk about guys at heavyweight, he can beat Magdudov. I don't know if he beats
All right.
I don't know if he beats Vianelli. I don't really know. But Magmudov,
Guido Vanilla beats the shit out of fucking homeboy. Let's not stop.
Nah,
Stop that.
I don't you know why I don't think he could beat Vianello? Because he awkward. He's awkward, and he's a full heavyweight. Like that's a big boy, dog. Like, and he gonna charge you. He gonna charge you. So
Yo, bro,
I don't
you have to understand. Guido did lose to Johnny Rice, but he was winning that fight up until that cut, bro.
The shit is before we worry about Guido losing to Johnny Rice, Lawrence, you lost to CBS.
CBS
Bro.
is a title holder. CBS is a title holder.
I'm not shitting on him, but I'm like, bro, everybody thought you was gonna win that fight. I thought you was gonna win that fight. Like, yeah, he should handle this shit. I know it's in Bournemouth, but he should handle this shit. He lost that fight, dog.
Look, there's one guy I think Okolie can beat convincingly. Is Efe Ajagba.
Efe is ass, man.
Oh, how do you say that, Leo? Why do you think that?
He's
Because
not good,
I think
bro.
at the outside he is better than Efe, and Ajagba only fights at middle range. He doesn't go close. He doesn't close the distance. If you wanna beat Okolie, you have to approach your fight like in the way that Daniel Dubois
You
does.
gotta step to Okolie.
No, shit is Efe is a fucking robot, dog. That dude is a robot with 2 buttons, bro.
I don't know why. I don't know why he's so fucking robotic with this shit. Because
He got the tools. He got tools, but he got height. He got length. He got power when he does let his power go. But he a robot. He is a robot.
Yo, bro, yeah, but like that's why it was easy for Frank Sanchez to beat him, bro. But like, shout out to Ajit Caballero, stepping into Sanchez's business and
Bro,
getting
I don't
this
think
board
Sanchez. I don't think Sanchez never gonna box again. Cause who the fuck want to see that dude? Who is gonna pay that dude
I
to
think
box?
Sanchez shit himself that night.
Probably.
But
I don't
who's
like.
the-
He ain't fight since. Correct me if I'm wrong. He ain't fight since then, right?
Nope.
He had a fucking run out that fight
But
either.
Frankie Sanchez sucks, but he's good enough to beat Lawrence Okolie if they ever fight. So that's another one.
Yeah, I
Bro,
think
I don't
he
even
beat
know.
Lawrence
I don't
Okolie.
even know that. I don't even know that, bro. Dude, hairline.
Lawrence
just
Okolie
getting
don't got
higher
no
and
body
higher.
work like that. Let's stop that. Lawrence, we can say whatever we want about Frank Sanchez. Frank Sanchez is actually a pretty good fighter. Let's not
Nah. Boxing don't need no more sugarfoot fighters. Like, we need flat-footed plotters, bro.
Especially
I don't want motherfuckers
heavyweight.
boxing no more. I just want motherfuckers getting CTE now. Fuck that shit.
Nope.
Bring
Nah,
CTE
fuck that. Nah, we need all
Bro,
styles
make
of boxing.
CTE great again.
for real, yo.
What?
Shout out to CTE.
What?
Yo.
What?
Shout out to the
Niggas did not just say that.
Breeds.
That's a good one.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
What
Shout out to
CTE? What is
motherfucking,
that?
shout out to motherfucking Misael. What if Canelo were to fight Skull in Japan, bro? The shit I heard, Skull is another motherfucker that need to go. I heard that fight with shit skin was doo-doo. I'm glad I missed that shit.
Well, Canelo and Skull.
Shitskin? That's not his name.
Bro, that's
It
his
is
name.
now.
It is. It's SHETSKZIN. You know how them Russians, them dudes from over the
Nasty
shit
ass
skin, bro.
names, bro. Like, yo, why
No.
would I name my son this?
All them fucking
Like-
consonants.
For real, yo. You got K's and Z's and all that extra shit. But yeah, I heard that was a terrible fight to watch. I don't know, like, unless it's mobility, ain't nobody gonna really even want to take a belt off that dude. For what? I'm gonna go to Germany for what, dog? So you could throw 3 punches and win a decision? You gonna throw 3 punches the whole fight, get on your bike, and then rob me? Fuck out of here,
You know
B.
what? You know who I fuck with? There's a Cuban guy named Okolie Iglesias. He kind of reminds me of a fuck.
They don't fight alike, dog. Iglesias try to hurt you, not Skull.
Yeah, but like he kind of remind me of like what David Morrell was at 68, type shit. Like, yeah, I fuck with him. Hopefully he gets like his title shots and shit like that. But like, I want to see and Billy fight for a title soon because Billy's that dude, bro. I like him, Billy.
I mean, like he's made for TV, is what you gotta appreciate. That he's here to fight because the Mayweather wannabes, the Sugarfoot fighters, just homie. Like boxing don't need that. That shit don't create excitement. I don't care how many boxing snobs. They like, no, people don't want to see that shit, dog. That shit drive customers away. Putting shit like that on. I think they said the dude. Shut the fuck up. I think they said the dude coach was literally urging the audience to cheer. like fam, like really? Really?
Bro, it's
No, bro,
cheerleading.
shut up. No, everyone, shut up. Did this fucking Dodgers fan just catch a ball and turn it out into a home run? Did I just
Oh
fucking?
wow, you lying.
It was a
Did it
2-2
again?
game, top of the ninth, and a Dodgers fan caught the ball. I think that's a home run. What the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah, you remember they did that? Didn't you do that? Didn't they do that in a baseball game? And they had a whole documentary about it. They
Yeah,
they
but
weren't
don't
supposed
they
to do
have
that.
like fan interference now and shit?
I think that's what happened because they said it's 2-2 out now. Oh my god.
Yeah, because they penalize that shit for fans doing that.
Well, you can't do that. Shit.
Okay.
You get
Shout out,
cut
Yeah,
shout out
because
to
it's
shout
interfering
out to
with the
Real
fucking
Talk
game.
for shout out to Real Talk for the baseball skills, baseball talks, fucking Real
Yeah.
Talk. Dodgers. I know
Yeah.
you've been
Thank-
drinking. You sound drunk as shit, yo.
Nah, I'm high as fuck, bro.
Shout out to being high with
Always something.
CTE. With
Thank
CTE.
God, Jesus Christ! That because that guy wouldn't have gotten out of that stadium alive.
So what do y'all think? What? Nah, they would have beat his ass in that parking lot,
They would have
bro.
beat him to
They
death.
would have beat his ass. Listen,
To death. They would have beat his. They would have beat his wife up, nigga.
bro.
They would have knocked
I'm
his
saying
niggas
like,
behind,
motherfuckers
son.
gonna kick his stroller like motherfucker.
Bro, he
You
would have
see
been getting delivered his hot dog. They'd have slapped that shit out the waiter's hand.
What y'all thought about the press conference with Fury and Usyk this week?
Usyk won.
You know what about that press
I mean the
conference?
fight, not the press conference. He made Fury sign a little picture of him getting punched. Like
Punched
dog,
in his yo. I
You
said, and
would've
I'm like, yo,
signed?
you really gonna sign that shit, bro? It's you get.
would've
That's
signed?
you getting punched in that picture, bro. You gonna sign that?
Wow, hard
Yeah, I
too.
know, man.
But I ain't gonna hold you. He hold Fury. He hold Fury. Like he
Bro,
really.
he
Like
son that dude, bro. Like, you my son.
He is now. He is
Bro,
now.
like, you my son. Sign this.
It's like, nah,
But-
dog. I fucked with you all this time. That was the final straw for me. That was like, nah, you ain't a fighter anymore. You ain't a fighter
I mean,
anymore.
like
You
he
signed that shit.
kind of gave Fury kind of gave the game away when he said this to one of the interviewers that he's only fighting for money now. That tells me that okay, so you up here you coming to lose basically up here because when you say shit like that, you giving the game away.
See, Savin, like, he understands. He knows he's not as good as Usyk, bro.
I just want to see Usyk retire after this, bro. I don't want that
I want
motherfucker to
Usyk
lose,
knock
man.
him the fuck out, bro. I want Usyk.
Yeah. Knock this
retire.
motherfucker out, then go sail off into the sunset, bro. Like there's no reason to stick around, dog. You stick around, somebody eventually gonna get to you, and it's gonna be some bullshit. Like he would have never lost to this motherfucker in his prime, you know?
At all.
Get
But
the fuck
that's how
out of here,
boxers
bro.
are. It's a lot of boxers cut their noses about their face. Don't, bro. It is
Yeah,
what
like,
it is.
don't make me have to be that fucking fan that sits here and be like, no, Usyk in his prime would have fucking schooled this dude.
For real.
No,
for
that's-
real.
I don't
that's
need to
on
be
him,
having those
though.
conversations, bro.
Hey,
What y'all
speaking of-
think?
But that,
What y'all think about Oscar and Rick Merrigan trying to get Spence for Virgil? Like, I fuck with Virgil, but I don't fuck with you like that, bro. Some weak shit is some weak shit. You should be chasing Sebastian Fundora because you got the interim. I never see you call him out, never see you mention him. We know you ain't gonna do
he
nothing with
feels like he
Bud.
can't beat
All right.
him.
No, this is gonna sound cold and fucked up, but I don't care. Can Spence get in another car wreck so people stop calling him out and trying to make fights?
Bro, that shit is nauseating, bro.
fucking
Like
Christ, man.
because what kind of the
Ugh.
shit is that? This is why the American boxing scene pisses me off. That ain't nobody else gonna do no bitch ass shit like yeah, we want Spence. What you mean you want Spence for what, bro? For what? That motherfucker ain't fought in over a year. What you want him for? 154 is one of the deepest divisions in all of boxing, and the only motherfucker y'all talking about is Spence. Oscar wants Spence. Rick want man, get out of here. B
But they're trying to
motherfuckers ain't
kill
got
that
no
motherfucker.
shame. No, they
They're
don't
trying
got
to kill that
no, it's not
motherfucker.
that. It's that they don't got no shame. Like, yo, that Sergey Bohachuk fight scared y'all. That's what it is. I've been wondering. I said it in
What
the
they gotta
envelope.
have shame for, though, B? Who gonna shame him?
Exactly. Not the media. Not the media.
You hear me?
They gonna suck their dick and act like they don't know nothing. So what do you think about?
Hey, wanna see my asshole?
Hey,
What is wrong with y'all? Why
No, no,
y'all
the-
chatting- why y'all chatting
Okay,
like
that-
that? Y'all chatting some
That
foul
just
shit.
came
Yo,
out of
look.
nowhere, dude. I mean,
bro,
what the
you ain't
fuck?
seen
This
that
is the-
clap. You ain't seen that ass clap Thursday, bro.
Oh,
Ask
that
Clap
one.
Thursday with
Yeah,
Oscar.
yeah.
Hey.
Something wrong with y'all, my nigga. Word bond. Something really wrong
Yo,
with
the
you.
way he start that shit off, he sound like a gay Blues Clues. Like, hey,
We just
want to
figured
see
out
my
Blue's
asshole
Clues.
pulsate? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I
Like,
gotta ask you this though. What is Sam Jones gonna do now if fucking he gets fired? I ain't gonna hold you. He should have shot fucking Regis. He should have brought up yo
you know what
Regis.
this shit
Remember when
is?
you
I sympathize like this. You can't do Sam Jones' job, right? You can't do that job and not be a slime ball. You can't be an honest guy in this business. So is he a slime ball for that shit? Yeah. But he has to be, don't he? He has to. He wouldn't be good at his job if he wasn't a slime ball. Do you see a lot of honest managers in boxing that are
No,
successful?
but what
Nah.
No.
Regis did was some hoe ass. I ain't gonna hold you.
Nah, I don't think it was. I think they both did what they were supposed to do. Regis ain't do nothing but hold that dude to his word. Like, motherfucker, you told me I was gonna knock your boy out. That's what you told me. So how am I not hold you to that? They both did what they needed to
No.
do.
But ultimately, I'm not gonna lie to you. I done seen like I've lost a lot of respect for Regis for this reason. Like the Devin Haney shit, corny, super duper corny.
What y'all
And
think? What
also
y'all think about that? Wait. What y'all think about that? Regis low key is saying Devin on something. What y'all think about that?
that's some hoe ass shit, bro.
Nah,
That's some hoe ass shit.
look,
Let me tell
I
you
don't think.
something. So can I just want to finish off this
No, you've
point.
been talking for 5 minutes. Leo, go ahead.
Look, I told you before the Veteran versus People fight. Is my suspicion that Veteran is on pets. I think he has been faking every fucking injury, but that's just me. It's founded. It makes sense, but I don't have any proof. So yeah, you can say whatever about Devin Haney, but he has been passing his fucking test. So how you gonna say? What do you know that we don't know? And if
Mm.
you know something, how do you know it? You can prove it.
Jason, when George
If
Benton tells Regis Prograis that most of the sport is on pads, what does that communicate to you?
duh. That's what it communicates to me. Like how many professional athletes in any sport aren't on something? I would submit to you the answer is very low.
Country, do you think it's possible when you hear Regis say these things, is he bitter or is he just calling a spade a spade?
I think he's just calling a spade, dude. I don't. He doesn't got that much to be bitter about. I mean, when it comes down to it, you know.
Do you know what, Julius? I think it's worse. I think he's talking about muscle boxing. Yeah, that includes you.
It
I
is
think
me. It is.
includes you. If
But it
you're talking
includes
about the people,
but it includes Chris too. It includes Chris too.
Of course, it includes me. I'm
Chris,
on all types of drugs, cocaine, crack,
Chris,
in a fucked up
is
smack,
life.
it
all that
is
dumb shit.
Chris, is it outside the realm of possibility that Devin could be on PEDS too? And this isn't about cleaning up the sport. This is about handicapping opponents with VADA testing. Is that possible?
Bro, that dude is taking all those tests possible. And one thing about him, he's always been a dude who maintained cleanliness in the sport. And if this dude was on pads punching like this, okay, that's bad.
Yo,
That's
yo,
bad.
damn.
he landed the shit out of that. Like, my dude, you on pads and you still can't punch, bro? Why don't you play golf, then, motherfucker?
Did I
You
hit
know
you?
Huh?
why I think
Play
yo
volleyball.
Did you feel it?
Jules, you know why I think Regis is jealous? Because go back to that press conference and go back to the building of that fight. What was Regis talking about him? Oh, you're a
Talking about he
privileged
know his
kid.
daddy and he,
You know, all that good shit, right?
yeah.
At the end of the day, another thing, Regis said, yo, when a boxer takes his loss, irrespective of the money or anything, it hurts his pride. So you can't tell me his pride is not hurt that he lost to a
I
supposed
mean,
weakling,
look,
right?
look.
Nah,
I'm not going to say his pride not hurt or that he's not bitter. But my thing is that if you ask me, take that Regis bullshit away. All that shit he said, right? And if you ask me, yo, do I think most people in boxing are doping? I would say honestly, yes. I think they
So at the
are.
end of the day, I also got to give you some pushback on that. But like, why would he be suing Ryan Garcia if that dude's on peds? Like literally, if that
Because
motherfucker
no,
was on
because they
peds, but
didn't. Because they trying to get at the extra dough is what it is. Like as far as the lawsuit, wholeheartedly, hand on heart, what I really think it is, they wanted to use that as leverage to get a better deal for the rematch. That look, if you promise us A, B, C, and D, we'll make the lawsuit go away. That's what I think that is. That it was just a leverage play. I don't really think this shit is gonna hold up in court because he's been penalized already. But you use it as leverage to get a better deal. That let's do this rematch and we want A, B, C, and D. And if you don't give us that, then we'll pursue the rematch. If you give us what we want, we'll make it go away. That's what I
Yeah.
think that is.
Yeah, because to steal a line from Chris, at the end of the day, drug tests are not
at
drug
the interim
tests.
of the day. At the interim of the day. That's
Okay,
At the
fine.
that's the
interim.
new shit I was
At the interim
in
of the day.
interim of the day. Yes.
Yeah, you can stop talking now. Drug tests are not drug tests. They're anti-stupid tests. That's the whole thing. It's like everyone's drugging, and if you can't pass these fucking easy tests where they almost tell you in advance because it's totally random, hey, we're gonna come test you now, guys. Yeah, time your cycles on that. You're not smart to do that.
No. Let's say this. It's not that it's not randomized. It's randomized once it's contracted. So let's say, okay, me and Chris, we signed to do a fight. And we signed for the VADA testing. Henceforth, there's VADA testing. But in the off season, from one fight to the other, ain't no random nothing, motherfucker, because they only do that when you contract them. They don't just pop up out of nowhere unless somebody paying them to do that. So that's saying that in between this fight that I might have just had and the next one that I have with Chris, I have 6-7 months to juice without nobody checking on me.
Bro,
That's
you
what it
juicing
is.
like that, and you not knocking dudes out like you once did. What happened to the old drugs that you was doing when you was breaking
Well,
people's
I
face?
think Devin was
The
taking. If I had to guess, and I'm not trying to make him guilty. Y'all motherfuckers know I don't like Ryan. Y'all know that. But away from their shit, yeah, I think the whole sport is doping. So if I had to guess, what kind of shit would Devin be using? Devin not taking shit to hit hard or nothing like that. He taking shit to make weight. If I had to guess, he not
I think
taking.
so too, yeah.
If he were gonna take something, it's you gonna take like some kind of a diuretic or something like that because you trying to stay at them weights. You're not taking like no hard shit like no Trenbo or nothing like that. You
But
take.
it would, yeah, but like those diuretics would have came in that motherfucking system. I'm telling you this, Regis, a lot of shit Regis said in that interview is true, but you gotta understand the source, the person that he's talking about. The person that he's talking about, he doesn't particularly like. Like you were
That's
talking about,
true.
he was a weight bully, he was this, that, the third. When you both came in at middleweight, what the hell are we talking
That
about?
is true. Regis came in
No,
150, 156. What they said?
158. 58. Well, I think 158 or 156, 158, whatever. Bro, when Josh Taylor was a weight bully and everything, you did not see a fuck thing. Nah,
That
that's why
is
I'm telling
true.
you,
That is
yes,
true.
you did not say a fuck thing. You just did not like that this young kid who had his father, and mind you, if we want to go into the psychology of it, his father's a fucking degenerate. He sold drugs. So at the end of the day,
Bro,
you're standing up for drug.
don't act like because you in law school your father ain't sell drugs. Shut your
My
ass
father,
up.
no,
Your
my father
father
went to
sold
Trinidad,
drugs.
bro.
He sold
Shit,
drugs.
how you stop lying on my pops, nigga. What's
He
wrong with
sold
you,
all
man?
the drugs. If it was a drug, then he sold it. Check the shit out. Because
But what I'm trying to say here is Regis was on some old shit, bro. Like,
you know what I'm gonna say? This what I'm gonna say, Chris.
hmm?
It's possible that Regis is telling the truth or his truth. But you know what else I got from that? You probably on peds too. Cause you telling me that you in a sport where everybody, according to you, according to your trainer, everybody doping, but you not, right? Because
Oh,
I wouldn't
oh
do
no,
that.
I firmly believe Regis is stupid enough to not take peds because look at the weight loss he's doing and how gaunt he always looks. Like, bro, that's you with peds? What the fuck are you doing?
Nah, to me, when I hear a guy make an admission like that, that's explosive. That let's take away the speculation. Devin is an innocent man. You're putting him in a guilty light. I believe you're doing that to deflect from the light that you're in. You believe what you said. Oh, I think these guys doing it to keep up with the other guys. You know what I think? I think you talking about yourself. That's what I
Because
think.
he probably might win this fight and pop dirty. That's what he's probably going to try to deflect.
Chris, think
Because at
about it.
the
Chris, think about it. If you in a sport where you feel, yo, everybody doping, you not gonna dope then. You not going like, nah, I'm different. I don't get the fuck out of here, B. You gonna juice the fuck up, bro. You gonna juice up.
Bro, ain't he been looking fat as fuck in the intern, bro?
Honestly, he
I'm
But
always
he
look
be
fat as
he
fuck.
looking like that dude, Rondell Sheridan.
Bro, the shit is I I'm starting to arrive at the conclusion more and more that VADA is not used to clean up the sport. They are used to handicap the opponent. That's what I think they're for. That I'ma
don't think
hire
so
them.
because
I'ma hire them
Vada,
to fuck up your cycle. That's what I'ma hire them to do. I got my cycle too. You got yours. But I'ma hire them to fuck up yours. That's what I think they do.
I feel you on that. I do. I feel you that's a logical way of thinking of it. But I ain't gonna hold you. Vada's been catching everybody from all types of promotions
That
and shit,
you
so they've
right.
been doing
You
their
are
job.
right. You are,
They've been
and,
doing their job.
you know what the shit is? That's what offset. I'm glad you said that because that's what offsets the argument that if you think that this VADA shit is really used as a handicap to, handicap the opponent, yo, they fucking caught Canelo, bro. If they was gonna give anybody amnesty, it would have been Canelo, right? It would have been Canelo. Like, man, we
Of
ain't
course,
nobody
it
got to
was
know
Canelo.
about that shit. Nobody ain't got to know about that. They would have gave Conor Ben because UCAT ain't the ones that caught Conor Ben. Vada caught
Vada.
Conor Ben. So
So, bro, Matchroom, fucking Golden Boy when Canelo was on Golden Boy. Like, nah, bro, they do their job. Like us boxing fans and as people as general, we don't know what we want really at times and shit because we said we want a clean sport.
Bro, I want more pads,
Vada
no, what,
started
no,
bro.
fuck.
what, no way. Slow your ass up. I never said I want a clean sport. I want
I
everybody
want
using
more
all the
fucking
pads.
pads, bro.
John Witherspoon
Nah,
said it, and I agreed. I want to see a motherfucker get hit so hard his head come right off
I
and
want
land
every
Yeah, I
fight.
need
ringside.
that. I
I
need
want
that.
every fight to be Roy Jones versus who was the guy that he fought? They were both like 5-7 times over the limit.
Richard Hall.
Richard
Yeah, I
Hall.
want that. I want every fight to be just like that. Everyone's a
I ain't
Superman.
gonna hold you. He almost killed Richard. Like I was looking at it, like, yo, ref, stop this fucking fight, please.
Because can I say when I see Bill saying the stuff that he says about you got to have accountability, you want a cleaner sport, honesty, integrity, it's like that coming from Bill almost feels like sarcasm. Like, Bill, what the fuck you talking about, dog? Like what
You're
the
a
fuck?
drug dealer.
Bro, we gotta stop
Honesty,
pretending like this
integrity.
sport didn't evolve from gladiators and some of the most brutal shit that we could have witnessed in the Coliseum, bro. We want to see violence.
Yeah,
So yeah, more fucking pads,
all the
bro.
virtue signaling shit. I was like, I read through all because I did a video on it, and I read through all that shit that Bill said, and I'm like, Bill, Bill, why don't you shut? Yeah, I'm just like, come on, B, like you want a clean sport, you get
Bro, I
out of
miss the
here, bro.
days when Bills was shutting the fuck up, bro.
For real, because he doing too goddamn much. And I don't know, man. Like on one end, it's very easy for me to believe that most of the sport is dope. And if somebody told me that, I wouldn't push back on that. Like, yeah, I could believe that, man. I could believe that.
Yeah,
Too
like
many
shit, probably shit.
at every level of it. The men, the women, the prospects, the contenders, the champions.
The
You see it at
commentators,
bro, you see it at
Watch the
every
food.
fucking level.
like the ring
Yo, you think
girls.
the record? You think yo? What is this? Hey, what is yo?
Bro finally
That's
looked at
the
his screen.
fucking right.
Bro finally looked at
That
the
Motherfucker
is
just
screen.
fucking
noticed that
right,
shit.
motherfucking right.
That
Nah,
shit been
cause
up for like
what's
5
funny is
minutes, B.
I was watching the
Hey,
Trump and
Chris, they
JRE
getting
show
high.
when we went live, bro.
That
You
shit
think the
been up for 5 minutes, bro.
you think the ring girl girls are on pads too?
Probably.
Yeah, they
If
getting
they ain't
ass
on peds, they on
enhancements,
coke.
titties enhancements, bro.
If they ain't on peds, they on coke. You know.
No,
And
some of them on Thorazine too. No wonder they face
Not
kind of
because
fat.
for a ring girl getting a fucking titty lift or ass implants, bro, that's PEDs for.
oh shit,
No,
the
we're
ring
talking
girls
about
got him. The ring girls
Ring
got
girls
him.
got him.
yeah,
Shit.
we talking about
Oh, that's a great way to
clenbuterol,
go,
bro.
yeah.
We talking about steroids, dog. We talking about anabolic steroids. We not talking about the augmentations. We talking about drugs, me.
But
That's what
then
we talk.
here's the uncomfortable angle of all of this. If most of the sport is doping, is Ryan the villain?
Yes, because you know why? We just don't like him as a human being. That's why.
No,
He's the villain.
I mean that's good enough for me. Like I'm not gonna like his ass. Like the whole 100% of boxing could be juicing, and I still wouldn't like him. You know.
That's a fact. That's
But
a
for the
fact. And
juicing,
so
but for the juicing shit, when it comes to that, because I just don't like him because he's a Jono Sabo. Like just the fact that you don't speak no Spanish, that already make me not like you like that. Like yeah, like
Jesus Christ.
I don't know who you are, bro. I don't know what you doing out here. You better get out of here. You know, shit like that. But is he the villain in a sport where the majority of people are doping?
Yes, because
Yes,
he did.
because he
No, hang
doesn't
on,
know
hang
how to
on.
speak his. Okay.
Yes, because you made me lose my train of thought. God damn it. Okay, yes, he is because he did all that shit and he still missed weight in a championship fight.
Good point.
That's a
Good
fact, and he can't even speak his own native tongue, and he beats up on on his girl. Like what?
Yeah,
Come
he's
on,
still the
he's a
villain. No, that's good
scumbag.
enough for me. You ain't gotta oversell it. That's good enough for me. I don't like
There
that
we go.
motherfucker.
There we go, Jules. There we go,
Him,
Jules. I think
him,
you. I think you will get a little snippets,
him,
man.
and
There we
and,
go.
and Teofimo. You know, him and Teofimo is
I
peas in a
can't
pod
stand
to me.
Trio. I want Terrence Crawford to beat him to death and
I
fucking
want him
date.
to do that too, but Terrence is kind of pissing me off with his indecision. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what are you about to
He's a
do
Libra.
before
He's a
you
Libra.
leave the sport? Can you put Teofimo in a coma? Just do that, and it's
Just do
cool.
that
Just
for me, bro, and all you all the other bullshit I can let
yeah,
slide.
like fuck yeah, like yo, I don't even really want you to fight Canelo. I want you to fight Teofimo, and I want you to put him in a
Like,
coma.
do what Canelo said. Beat the shit out of Teofimo.
Bro, do you know how incredible and amazing that shit would be, dog? If
Bro,
he
I would
did that,
ejaculate
Dude, my
on
erection
on
would
stream,
last for
bro.
days. Like,
Yo,
bro.
I'd
come
have to
on,
call a
B.
doctor.
Come
Yo,
on.
for real,
Stop with
like
the stop with
Yeah,
the
I might
erection
have
in
a
that stuff.
yo.
Come on.
Listen, it might be
That's
like
too
some
far,
Blue
yeah.
Chew Cialis Sildenafil type shit. Like
With the benefit?
I might have a bro rock for 2 weeks off that shit. Like just be talking to people that were like, why is
Bro,
your
I'm
dick
gonna enter
hard?
the door before I enter the
Yo, chick-
door.
Motherfucker go to get a pizza, motherfucker dick hard. Like, bro,
I'm gonna
wait, what's
enter the
going
room
on?
before I walk through the door.
You know
Man, I'm
what
gonna
I'm saying?
hang my
going on,
hang my
son?
car keys off that shit. Just like, yeah.
You know what I'm
This nigga's
saying?
talking to dinner, Phil. He talking about the honey pack with the Cialis, with
I'm
the
telling
fucking.
you, fam. I'm so sick of Teofimo because he's such a fucking fraud and he's such a poser. Now you doing the racist shit, not because you even original, not because you got balls, but because you saw Ryan do it. You fucking poser. Because you know Ryan the trendsetter. He the one that started the racist shit, saying the
Oh,
racist
right,
shit.
the trendsetter. Yo,
High
you know
key.
racism started by white folks, bro. Ryan didn't
No,
do shit,
I'm
bro.
saying that Ryan let his dick and balls hang out on the spaces. Like he was way out of pocket, right?
It
But
was super duper
he
duper duper.
did that. He did that. Your bitch ass is on the sideline waiting for a green light to do what he. And I'm not, I don't fuck with I don't fuck with you motherfuckers. I don't like neither of you motherfuckers. But I'm saying you taking your cues from him. That's what I see. That like, bro, you only started talking this racist monkey shit because you seen Ryan was talking that shit. You are unoriginal, bro. You are unoriginal as fuck. That's why you smelling Canelo asshole, trying to be his friend. That's why you
Come on,
taking
Bro,
please
cues
do
from
but
not say that,
Ryan.
bro.
but
That's
the
crazy.
Teofimos, they motivate even the greats, bro.
Fucking, I don't like Tio. I can't wait for him to lose. I
Yo, bro,
need him to lose.
I hope his wife is keeping the child from him, though. Real talk.
Man, she
Keep
probably
that kid
getting
away
dug
from
out
him.
by some other motherfucker right now.
Holy
Away
shit.
from him.
I always has to.
Getting
You know what I'm
dug out is
saying?
crazy.
But guys, we already saw Teofimo lose in the most embarrassing way possible. He
Nah, I
lost
need
it.
more. I need another one like that. Except
Nah, bro, I want the referee to allow Terrence to beat this motherfucker.
Nah, I need him to go
I
out
want
in the
Terrence to
oxygen
bribe this
tank, bro.
motherfucker like, yo, please let me do my thing.
for where I
Please let
need
me
the
torture
stretcher
this nigga.
ringside, bro. I need to see him walked out the ring with a stretcher, bro. In a
No,
stretcher, bro.
no. I want him to. I want him Dada Shams for real, for real. I want him
Nah,
Dada
nah.
Yeah,
Chill out
damn. Hey,
now.
whoa,
Chill
Whoa,
that's
out.
whoa,
that's
That's
a
a
little
lot.
far, bro.
That's a lot, bro. Like, I just want to see him get his ass beat, and then I want him
No,
to be.
Dada Shams. I'm
No, I
sorry.
Well,
want
I'm
him to
because
sorry.
be alive so that people
because
can
you would
laugh
still
at
want
him.
to see the embarrassment that he is in the afterward, bro. Because like it still has to be punishment on the after end, bro.
For real, yo. But
Yo, I'm sorry, Maxim. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
you
Sorry,
meant
bro.
that shit, dog.
All right,
You meant that shit from your heart and soul.
So Doja Cat has a fat old ass. Why is her
Yes,
ass
you
so
do.
fat?
Doja Cat got a
See,
fat
why
old
is she
ass
so
forehead
goddamn
too.
weird though? Why the fuck is she
That's a
so
weird ass
goddamn weird?
bitch,
That's
man.
the
Like,
that she trying to outdo fucking Lady Gaga and Madonna, bro. It's easy
Nah,
to
but
see.
she's a
she
fine
looked like
weird
that. You
bitch.
know what she looked like? She looked like that joint that you fuck, and the downwind smell like pee a little bit. Smell like a public
Oh
bathroom,
my
like a urinal.
Jesus
god.
Christ.
Bro, she look like the Prometheus aliens,
Bro,
bro.
you get a yeast infection fucking with that bitch. Dick
You get yeast
cheese on.
infection.
You get the clap, bro.
Jeez,
You,
jeez.
you get a yeast infection looking at that bitch. Like, what the fuck?
But but what's crazy, Jason,
Oh
is
my god, these niggas
she
retarded,
is
son.
fine as fuck. That's crazy that like, but
God,
she look like a
motherfucker,
fine.
though.
You never fuck like a dirty light skin joint like pussy kind of
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking
pussy
about.
kind
I was
of.
I was
A
watching
dirty
a
light
Yeah,
skin
Doja
joint is
Cat.
crazy.
I was watching a Doja Cat video and I got pink eye. Never happened to me before.
oh
What?
my god. Oh my.
Yo,
Yo, this nigga said I got pink eye. He got the eye
like
pink?
yo,
like
it's fucking funny,
it's
bro.
these little moments like it's these little moments where like you might be fucking with a joint. She's a cute joint, but her armpits stink. It's like I
Oh,
wouldn't
you
expect that
nasty
from
son.
you. It's she got that
Nah,
kind of
for real.
energy.
And they be like, "Oh, I don't believe in deodorant." Like, well, bitch, believe in the shower. What the fuck?
Yeah, yo, she just gives off that vibe like she might have skid marks on her drawers or like yellow
Oh
shit.
nah, you're
Huh.
wild.
No,
Oh
no.
nah,
She
that's
talks. She
crazy.
talks about the way she smells as her natural musk, like that shit.
Man, nah,
Oh
that's
Oh
yeah,
that's
God,
that's
that
sick
shit
as shit. Like,
there.
that shit's
yeah,
disgusting, dog. Like,
so people who be
you know,
talking
because
that
pussy is
maximum
like a
shit.
piece of salmon, dog. Like, you gotta fry that shit up right away. You don't just
Shut the
leave
fuck
that
up,
shit.
bro. Be
It's
quiet.
bro, this shit is
Bro,
like a
stop.
piece of salmon, bro. Like, you
Stop
can't just leave it in
fucking
the
This nigga's
fridge.
talking, bro.
retarded, son. Yo, real talk, this nigga's retarded, son. He's really stupid, my nigga. Like,
That shit
Jesus
is like
fuck,
no
bro.
pussy's like an avocado. Matter of fact, you can't just leave it on the breakfast bar, dog. You gonna turn around that shit gonna be part of the breakfast bar, bro.
You gotta
what
wrap
the
that shit
fuck?
in plastic, B.
For real. But I seen now
You
because
saran wrap that
I
shit.
seen a recent picture of the bitch. I'm like, oh, so she trying to be attractive again. Cause remember, she was going through some kind of weird ass period where like, what's wrong with this
Like,
bitch?
where the fuck that bitch's eyebrows
We
at?
may want to avoid using that word period with subject matter, but go on.
And I'm just
The-
no, cause
Why should we avoid that? Please let us know, bro. So
out of
This is the part where you move on, Chris.
flat butts is coming back, y'all. Like
I don't
some
like
of
They're
the
that
making a
shit. I don't
comeback,
like
I
right?
that
just
shit.
no they are because
Because the BBL bullshit.
two of the finest joints that's out there. Dua Lipa does not have a big ass, but she fine as fuck without having a big ass. Without like
She a pretty bitch. She a pretty bitch.
no,
I give you
yeah,
that.
like that. But that's what I mean. It like it ain't all about the ass no more. Cause it's like she don't have an
I don't know
ass,
I don't know who the fuck lied to you.
but she
Yeah.
don't got an ass. Like she don't got a big ass.
nah, but
I like I wouldn't look at Dua Lipa or something like nah, be like
But
I need
her
my bitch
legs,
to
like I
be.
ain't go like she got some motherfucking legs. She got some legs.
That's great. That's great with that ass though. With that ass though. You
She
know?
she don't got a big ass. Sydney Sweeney don't got a big ass, but she's sexy as fuck.
Nah. So
Without
no,
having
bro.
an ass.
I don't know why I seen Sydney fucking Sweeney, bro. For real.
Yo, I she just do it for me. I don't know
She just
about
got
y'all,
some
but
perfect
she just
titties,
Regular
bro.
bitches that are 10 times
Angela
finer than
Jolie.
her.
nah.
Oh,
I think she got something that a regular bitch don't got. Like, see, regular bitch has ass. The
Well,
fuck
like a
we talking
sideways
about?
pussy or something. Like,
Right, like motherfuckers made a lot of not pretty bitches feel good looking at their ass. Like the last 15 years, it's been a lot of not pretty bitches that's been getting by because they got a big ass.
like Ice
It
Spice.
that shit. We ain't. I mean, she got the fetal alcohol syndrome. That's kind of sexy.
yo, y'all fucked up, bro.
What?
Y'all
What?
fucked
Fetal
up.
alcohol syndrome, like.
Niggas said fetal alcohol syndrome. Like,
My
what?
That's
dude, like
crazy.
she got that good old staircase housing pussy, bro.
Jesus
Staircase
Yeah,
fuck.
but
housing.
I understand what you mean. You,
Mute
she
your mic,
looks
bro.
like a
Please,
skunka.
can you mute your mic today, please?
She has a skunka look.
She's got that skunker, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like she got that Dyer Avenue, that Dykeman. You know, she got, you know, I mean, she's not. Look. Let's cut the shit. Ice Spice is not an ugly girl, right? Not an ugly,
Absolutely not.
No,
Absolutely not.
not an
but I
ugly
will
girl.
not define her as a beautiful girl in the way that Sydney Sweeney is.
I
No.
agree with that. I think that I agree with that. They're like, I think she's good if you, and I've said this, if you're on the 2 train, yeah, that's like a 9 or a 10 if you on the 2 train. Yeah, or on the block. But like in the greater scheme, like nah, like and joints like that, they've been getting by because they got a big ass. Like that's what you got.
But you nigga, what? Nigga, what? If I saw Ice Spice and Sydney Sweeney side by side, and I had to only choose one,
You're bugging. You're
Oh,
bugging.
you skitching,
You
bro.
bugging.
No, cause
That
look, I'll tell you one
you
thing.
bugging.
Sydney Sweeney's a woman, bro.
Yo, this the
Ice Spice
shit.
a little girl.
It ain't no, because they both some young stings. They both is some young stings. But bruh, it's like, bro, Chris, you in New York. It's Ice Spices all up and down High Bridge. The fuck? You ain't gotta look hard to find a bitch that look like that with fetal alcohol syndrome and a depot ass from all them depot.
Bro,
There's a
honestly,
lot of bitches
Ice
like
Spice
that.
strike me as she actually like low key retarded, bro. Like
what you
low
say
key,
though,
bro.
Juice, like Nelly said, it must be your ass because it ain't your face. I need a tip
Yeah,
drill.
but yeah,
Some of these
but
bitches is
but
tip
that's the
drill.
problem that like the last 15 to 20 years it's been a lot of not pretty bitches getting by because they ass is big. And they ass is big because of the depot shot. Get that depot shot. You know what I'm saying? Chonk.
Yeah,
Right? Like
something happened that I maybe was 10, 15 years ago that every girl, I'm not talking about the stars, the Hollywood people. I'm talking about every girl is trying to morph themselves into some kind of celebrity, and it's always the same. It's huggy. It's the lips. It's it's the cheeks. It's the ass. It's everything. Everything goes somewhere to a Kim Kardashian or a Beyonce or something like that. The tan, everything goes to that.
let's say
Now
this.
they're coming. Every girl that deviates a little bit from that stereotype, uh, it calls my attention.
Uh, 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 what makes Sydney Sweeney an attractive joint? Her titties sit. It's not just that her titties sit nice. It's that she ain't really fuck with her face in it. She has genuinely pretty face. You know, very pretty girl. Whereas a lot of these other joints, like, nah, all y'all bitches look like y'all was made at the same car dealership factory and shit. Like, yeah, like they just shelling out all these
BBL,
big butt,
same fucking
Nah, you
not
know
that.
what's funny, bro? There's a clip out there when Ice Spice went on that one streamer show,
And she
Kai.
started twerking because he asked
Yeah,
her to
he asked her to
freestyle.
freestyle. Like, what the fuck? Bitch just started twerking.
Like, I don't know. Like, I like Megan, but Megan don't got a BBL. That's her ass.
Oh yeah,
That's
Megan one. That's one fine
that's
woman right
her
there.
ass. Like that's the ain't nothing strange going on with
I'll
her. She
take
just
that big
works.
Amazonian bitch down.
Yo, the other shit is she work out. No, because and that's why I like Megan, her chocolate ass. Cause she just work out. Like that's why she built, like, yeah, she works out. She got videos working out, you know.
Yeah.
So But all these other bitches, it's like, man, nah, son, like,
Yeah,
nah.
Sydney Sweeney looks like Sydney Sweeney. That
Yes.
makes her.
I feel you. I know exactly
Yeah.
what he
Megan
means by that.
just got them fucked up ass toes. That's probably why what's his name took a shot at him.
That's a big old bitch. She look like she weighed 2 and change.
Oh yeah, no, that's a big rod, bro.
That's like you need like you got to be ready for that assignment. Like
Bro,
you
no,
could
a
fuck
big
you could
dude,
fuck.
bro.
No, I'm saying
And
you
even
could
I
fuck
know.
anybody could fuck a Ice Spice. Like not you know what I mean? Like that's bro. That's your run of the mill Bronx joint. Like it's a million bitches
Anybody
like
can
that.
manhandle one of them little joints, bro.
Like that's
I
eso
need
lo que yo estoy
to
diciendo. Eso
take
lo que yo
down
estoy
one of
diciendo.
them Megan Thee Stallions, them big bitches.
Like you got to take some creatine for Megan, bro.
Yeah, you gonna need a fucking Gatorade bottle and a fucking sweatband.
No, you need a 4-week training camp.
Yeah.
Motherfucker gonna have to
But
refuel on that one.
God, Megan is a
Well,
fine motherfucker, man. She is a fine motherfucker, man.
Throw
It's not a lot
both
of
them legs up in there.
yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm
It's a
about
big
to
old
say y'all some
joint.
shit, bro, because niggas play too much and somebody gonna get their ass hurt, bro. I'm about to put this shit in a private chat. Yo, I don't know why people play like they play, bro, but somebody gonna get hurt. Keep the private chat, dog.
Let me see.
Keep
Hold
the
on. Let me
private
see.
chat.
Let me see. Hold on. Wait.
Oh, what's going on here?
Let's
What
see,
you
hold on.
Uh-oh.
Let me see. Hold on. I'm trying to
Take a look.
see. Shit taking long. Let me see. Hold on. This
Jesus
shit
Christ, get
taking long.
your
It took me
chat
back
up,
to
bro.
Twitter. Took me back to Twitter. What the fuck?
Oh, whoa.
Let me see. Hold up.
Oh,
Bro, what the
Playing
Nah,
fuck?
games. They
No,
playing
they-
games. They playing games. This is not a game out here. Somebody gonna get killed out here, dude, playing them games like that, son.
Yo.
You know, like
oh, that's fucked up. Oh, you want to get beat up?
That's funny.
Yo, Yo, that's a quick way to get a motherfucker shot. That shit is.
New York.
Oh no, someone get their
Nah,
ass beat.
hell no,
Harlem,
don't
nigga.
you be doing some shit like that.
Nah, I liked it.
You
The
know-
shit with y'all ain't see the barbershop shit where the motherfucker kept saying the gay shit. You can get your oil changed.
Bro, why you gotta take
You
me
can put
through
it on
this
that thing.
homosexual rigmarole? Bro was
That's a fact,
trash.
bro.
That nigga
That
was
shit was
trash, bro.
That
Yo,
shit was
motherfucker said,
hilarious.
so
He
you
said,
want me to
did you get that thing oiled down?
so you want me to hit it from the back?
He said, you want me to get you from the back?
Oh, damn, dude.
That
Oh
nigga was tight, son.
shit!
That
Man,
nigga
get me out
was
this
fucking
fucking
livid.
chair, bro.
Oh shit! That shit was gold, bro. But
Yeah, bro, I
Bro,
fucking laugh at that
bro,
shit every
stop.
time it pop up, bro.
yeah, I watched that whole shit, the full shit, cause
Why you gotta
that
take
shit
me
take
through
me
this
out.
homosexual
Sexual
rigmarole, bro?
rigmarole.
Yo, where can I find that video again? I can't find that shit.
I ain't
You
never
gotta
heard that shit in my
I
life,
never
bro.
heard that shit before he said that shit, yo. Rigmarole. The fuck is a rigmarole,
What
bro?
the fuck is that, you old son of a bitch?
Yo, that sound like some Yosemite Sam shit, bro.
That's the fucking
What,
goddamn
you ain't heard
Sanford
the
and Son watching
rigmarole?
For
motherfucker.
real, yo.
You ain't
It's
never
like
heard
I
the
never
Yo,
heard
rigmarole?
that shit.
yo,
I've never
speaking of
Nah,
Sanford
that
and Son, bro.
motherfucker, he grew up watching Me TV or some shit, man. That's
for real,
that's
B.
some old
Yo,
head shit right there.
speaking of
Yeah, I know.
Sanford and Son, bro. The dude who played the son in that show, he on comedy hype right now. He's
Damon
tearing
Wilson.
Hollywood up, bro. Demond
Word?
Wilson.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
he is yo, son, he's on comedy hype saying like, oh yeah, all them dudes who really in Hollywood who got major roles year after year after year. He said like
They're all
they
bendy ripped.
bending over the desk type dudes.
Yeah, he said
I'm
they were
saying,
bendy
but
ripped.
that been yeah, but I think by now, because celebrities are not viewed in the way that they were in the 80s. In the 80s, they were gods. You know, the Brad Pack, Molly Ringwald, Emilio Estevez. You know, I'm
Well,
like
because they were cool back then. They did cocaine and shit.
they did, but the shit is that now they're viewed as villains. You know, I
Well, I
could
mean,
tell
that's
you.
their own fault. It's the way that they've been talking to the public for the past like 10 years
No,
during the
it's because
elections and shit.
motherfuckers is realizing it. Like, yo, a lot of y'all motherfuckers probably is and do a lot of weird shit. Cause it is true that
Tom
you
Hanks.
see. I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm
You the
saying?
man
That,
one right there.
you know what I'm saying? That the price of fame. You know, you hear it all the time. The
Nah,
price
did
of
you see
fame.
when Ricky Gervais roasted all of their ass to
I
their
seen
face?
that shit at that
Bro.
award shit.
That
No,
that
and
Yeah,
motherfucker there, he
they give him
didn't give
lineup.
a fuck.
he didn't give a fuck, bro. He a British dude. He ain't give a fuck. He a British dude, and he
Bro, he
over.
knew he wasn't gonna be invited back. He's like, "Fuck it, I'm taking all y'all down."
No, I seen Denzel. He had like a sit down with a lot of actors and shit, and he was like, "Yo, it's and he what the crux of what he said was, yo, motherfuckers got to stop acting like what we do is wild important. We just make movies, fam. Relax." And yo, it's like he was preaching like, yeah, y'all motherfuckers act like y'all up here with 10 commandments or something. Relax, homeboy. You just an actor. You know, y'all just some actors. It'll take Denzel to say that shit though. One of the best actors, like, bro.
Yeah,
You know,
because like there's been an influx of actors trying to voice their opinions on a lot of
Sean
things that
motherfucking
people are,
Penn.
yeah,
Sean
like people
motherfucking
don't,
Penn.
people are trying to say it now, like, bro, you're an actor. Nobody gives a fuck what you think, bro. Just act.
For real, they getting too political is what it is. They getting
That's exactly what it
Play
is.
your
too
traffic,
involved in
bro.
the
We
political
don't
sphere.
care.
The shit is that it used to be that because something came from an actor, if you're old enough to remember, it used to be that if something came from an actor, people were more inclined to go with it or believe it. You know, whereas now it's like, bro, we don't give a shit about your politics. You don't represent most of the country because you make more money than most of the country. So whatever you advocating for, it can't be in line with what we need because we live in different worlds. You know,
Because what you
you an
got to
actor.
realize about the thing about politics is the reason why most businesses try to stay away from politics is you run the risk of alienating half of your
Yep,
customer
your
base.
consumer base.
And the
Yep.
problem is that actors, you are your product. So if you open your fucking mouth and say some shit that could alienate half your audience, well, now you done lost half your fucking income. Now I'm not inclined to want to watch anything you're in or anything you advocate for
Yeah, because
because
you know
I don't like what you say.
Michael Keaton was talking shit about the Orange Man, and I'm like, see, you better stay out of that shit. I don't care who you voting for, right? I don't give a fuck who you voting for. That's between you, God, and the polls. It don't matter. But you need to stay out of that shit because politics is basically religion now. The role
That's
of
a fact.
religion has been filled by politics, and we don't need to know what you believe. Only you in that voting booth. That's where it matters. The rest of the time, you better shut your ass up, cause yeah, one way or another, you gonna make enemies. You gonna.
Yo, walk off grand slam by the Dodgers to win it in the bottom of the 10th.
No.
Damn.
What?
Walk off grand slam.
Man,
Dog.
A
fuck the
fucking
Dodgers.
grand
That
slam, you're
I haven't been
lying.
this no, I haven't been this excited about something in sports since I heard Stephen Fulton versus Nick Ball was a possibility. Who you got in that fight? Julius?
Shut the fuck up. I seen it. That ain't work. I seen it coming. That ain't work. That didn't work. I knew what he was about to do.
Hey,
I knew
shut
what he
the
was about
fuck
to
up. You
do.
don't always know, goddammit.
I knew that time. But yeah, yo, like this
No, but-
politics shit, like you see Sean Penn trying to be important. You see Tom Hanks trying to be important. You see motherfucking Michael, like motherfucker, this ain't the 80s. People don't think you God, that you think what you say is right. You so right because you a celebrity. Them days is over, bro. If anything, people trust you less when you're a celebrity. Now, it's not like it was before. Keep your politics to
You see how
yourself.
hard it is for them to create a new generation of Hollywood stars, bro?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's
No
hard
one's
as
going to
fuck because
movies
of
anymore.
all this like social media shit, bro.
Well, it's that, and it's also so fucking expensive to go to the fucking movie theaters these days. Like,
Well,
Yeah.
you want my honest opinion, bro? I think movies are dying.
Yep.
I think that medium for storytelling is finally becoming antiquated because the generation that we're in don't necessarily have the attention span for that kind of long form content. To sit down for an hour or 2 hours, that in tandem with the movies not being that good or as good as they used to be. Also, this generation, they have a short attention span, bro.
Yeah, because I remember
Everybody
growing
has a
up.
short attention span. Even the people who grew up with fucking, less technology. This is just a function of too much technology. And also, we don't have shit that captivates us because back in the day, the movies, I don't know what they put in it. They must have put a heap
No,
of
the
crack.
movies were no, bro. The movies, it was thought provoking. But what I'm thinking is, this generation of people that are coming through, they're not going to have the imagination that the people before them had because they don't spend as much time nursing an idea or as much time thinking. They're impulsive. They don't have, I don't think they have the capacity to keep this going, to be real with you. What are the next 20 to 30 years of movies going to look like, dog?
Shitty,
Regurgitated
shitty,
bullshit.
Yeah,
shitty.
Regurgitated
because
shit.
I honestly like I remember growing up, and one of the thoughts that I used to have every time I watched a good movie was, how long is this shit gonna last? Like, how long until they run out of ideas? And I honestly think we're on the cusp of that. That
I
they're
agree.
truly running out of ideas. They're no longer creative enough to, because they're when you say that they're impulsive, it's in their writing, because you'll see that they can't build to shit anymore. It always has to be something spontaneous or something to jump out at you, or just completely flip the story. That it's like, y'all motherfuckers don't know how to actually captivate an audience long enough to
Nope.
to fucking reach a point of climax.
Nope. The way things are now, the reason that I think a part of the reason that the movies were so much better was people used to think more. They used to nurture ideas more because there were less distractions in the home. But now you got your Amazon TV selling you this. You got your phone for your social media. Now movies have to compete with social media. Celebrities have to compete sort of with influencers, right? That wasn't really there before. So
And I compete with
unfortunately,
niggas like you for real, for real. No disrespect. Like not
suck my
even
dick. See, suck my dick, bitch. Now I'm gonna go take a shit.
No, I wasn't even trying to be disrespectful because literally
did.
YouTube. No, because YouTube is really now even the playing field because a lot of motherfuckers who thought they couldn't make it in Hollywood or who tried to make it in Hollywood and Hollywood gave them the cold shoulder and try and fucked them over because they weren't willing to play the game or emasculate themselves. Now have a medium to say like, all right, cool. I'm as talented as these people, and now I'm gonna be on YouTube with it. Like,
No.
let me
Look,
tell you
hey, hang
something.
on. Look at just to go off your point. Look at that YouTuber Markiplier. Like for years, he was just doing the standard video game shit, but now he was doing choose your own adventure videos on YouTube that were getting more views than movies have ticket buyers these days. And now he's making his own fucking movie. So it's like,
That's a But like people have to understand YouTube, Vine, fucking Instagram is really even and leveled out the playing field. And you have to also understand this. You know why a lot of movies aren't hitting like they used to. They don't even allow for contrary thought. Like you see how Hollywood is extremely liberal, like as liberal as it can be. Like in Hollywood back in the day, even how liberal it was, you know what they would have? They would have contrasting thoughts. We need a clash of thought. We need a clash in personality and how we
well, Chris,
interact
you
and everything.
Chris, you need to have a thought first where you can have a contrasting thought because a lot of these movies are unimaginative and boring. Like if you're gonna give me a point of view I don't agree with, at least make it entertaining.
You see, but like back in the day, they were able to do that. And also goes to this. A lot of people stop reading. And like it's also this, like Jules said is this. When it comes down to, thought and everything, a lot of these motherfuckers don't sit down and read. They can't even read an article without being fucking, bored of it and shit like that. Like that's why they had to, there was word counts with articles now. Back in the day, it used to be a lot more words and like people can get their stuff off. Not anymore and shit like that.
Dog, no, dog, I can't believe that walk-off home run, dog. They intentionally walked Mookie Betts, which I get. Hall of Famer, famous for smashing the ball out of the park. Fred Freeman was next, dog. Like, Well, what were you thinking? God
You
damn.
talk like how many home runs does Fred Freeman have all time?
Off top of my head, I don't know, dog, but it's like, I guess I get it because his ankle's all fucked up. You think you can get him out before he gets to plate, and that's the game. But dog, like, he's like, okay, fuck you. I'll smash it out of the park. You could watch my slow ass walk across the bases.
Wait, where are the Dodgers at right now? What's their hometown?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
They used to be
Okay,
the
okay.
Brooklyn Dodgers.
Yeah, that's
Motherfucker.
what I'm wondering. I'm like,
Oh, you know Mookie Betts won 2 World Series already? Yeah, he's going to the Hall of Fame.
Yo, dog, that
Yeah.
baseball's
But
fucking magical.
coming back to the subject
Right.
of Julius was talking before about politics. One of the thing about politics nowadays is gets feed from the news, and the news they're not what they used to be. And the reason that they're not what they used to be is there are not many facts in the news anymore. There are only opinions. Most of the media that covers news, they're just giving you their opinion. There actually a lot of people that they're supposed to be journalists. They're telling you, I'm not presenting the facts. I'm presenting my opinion about this subject, and they do good, and the people loves them.
It's sick that they can get away and they allow this shit to happen. Like, when the fuck was a newscaster able to be that subjective, knowing that a lot of people come to you for the truth and come for you for what's really going on, for you to just now, I don't care about truth, I care about my feelings, and this is what I'm going to impart to you. What?
The problem was the internet. I think it was in the 90s. There was a decree that every newspaper, every news entity was allowed by law to say everything they wanted to say on the internet without any repercussions, except for the subject that I'm not going to say that involves children. That's the only thing you cannot say, you
Okay,
cannot divulge. But
you
apart from
yeah,
that, you can say whatever the fuck you want, and there's not going to be any repercussions.
people are sick.
But that was because of the internet, because there was no way to regulate at a world level what was going on, because the internet opened everything. Everyone has their own opinions, and they were presented their own facts, so they lose it up.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man.
Yeah, and
But
the only motherfuckers that they're trying to put a hold on that kind of interaction with the news and the facts and the opinions are totalitarian states. We're talking about the Chinese, the Russians. They're doing not because they're worried about the truth, the opposite. They're trying to censor the other side of the story, because
they try to censor the lies.
yeah. But the alternative is not good either. So I don't know how we're gonna fix that shit.
That's
Because
very much so true.
you have guys like Julius that they're coming with the relay, presenting the news from people that are presenting the facts from boxing scene or other medias that cover boxing, and there comes 10 or 15 other um, boxing associated media that are presenting the opposite facts and their opinions, presenting the like facts. So how you
Yeah.
combat that?
You can't.
Julius can be all day fighting on Twitter, all these motherfuckers, but all that shit they've been hearing from someone else that have been presenting their lies as facts.
You know why you can't combat it? You literally can't. You can't because of the medium. The credentials have been taken from those who cover boxing, which is why you can't fight it. It's why you can't fight it. The Dan
because they've been
Raphael,
bought out by big companies.
yeah, the Dan Raphael or the Mike Kopinger is on either a level playing field with boxing fans that have bigger followings because of their channels. That bro, like there's channels that are bigger than Dan Raphael, than Mike Kopinger, than Lance Pugmire, than Kevin Iole, and people would sooner get the information from them, even if it's not good intel. They would sooner get it from them than they would get it from the actual boxing scribes, because the credentials have been taken away, so to speak. That there needed to be some accreditation for you to be someone that covers the sport. Now it's open to everyone, which is good and bad. You can make money for just being a fan of the sport, but do you have any kind of integrity? And usually, no.
Yeah,
And when you do have integrity, they want to stop your money and everything, and they want to, now villainize you, all because you have integrity and you have dignity and morality in regards to how work.
You
And
know,
dignity
like
gets in the way of money.
like before, you had to be working for someone. A Daily Post, a Daily News, a New York Times, a ABC Wide World of Sports. You had to, those were the people who were covering boxing, actual journalists. No, that's not really the case anymore. A guy with an Instagram page with no background in journalism can get an interview, you know?
yeah,
All
And
you got to do is be
those
charismatic.
entities are the same now because they are not they are not editors anymore.
yeah.
The editor commission is not present. It has been dissolved in almost every medium.
Yep.
They
Now it's
don't
just
have
about
it.
now it's just about getting it out fast. It doesn't matter
No,
if it's true.
exactly. They're not fact checkers anymore.
I mean,
Doesn't matter if it's true.
you can always post a retraction and you've accomplished your legal goal, even if the lie is already spread everywhere.
Because what they're relying on now to to stay afloat, especially print, which is almost dead. They're relying on ad revenue, and the ad revenue only gets you money if you get traffic. So they're focused on whatever's going to drive traffic, not if it's true or not. We'll worry about that part later. For now, this is the story, Shit is crazy. Gooch said reminds me of game 1, 1988. So they whooped the Yankees ass, in other words. That's what
No,
he's
it was
saying.
it was a tight ass game. Like it was 2-2 at the bottom of the ninth, and it went straight to the 10th. Like I wasn't bullshitting. It was a walk off grand slam for the Dodgers win.
No, I just watched it on ESPN. I just watched it, the replay. Fernando says, question for the panel, since we're on the subject of politics. Do you think communism would work in this country? No, communism hasn't worked in any. Bro,
It hasn't worked in any country.
it hasn't worked in any country. What country became better? Not being combative, just a history lesson. Show me a country that got better because they started using communism.
I mean, I'll
None.
show you several countries that started killing tens of millions of their population after communism.
Like China didn't start getting on the up and up until they moved away from communism. I remember they had a makeshift city, dog. This shit was literally buildings that impoverished people were building on top of each other. I forgot the name of this shit. It was like a mini city. It was like a project damn near. Except they were the ones making it out of garbage. It's like,
It was
bruh,
the walled. I think I know what you're talking about. It's like the walled city of Kunlun or some shit like
that's
that.
it.
It's like
The walled city. That's it. It's like China didn't start. If you want the best example of how communism doesn't work, North Korea, South Korea. South Korea's chilling. They good over there, dog. They doing it. And Kim Jong Un, what they doing over there?
well,
Start
they have the tourist trap city that they always bring people over. So dumbass influence will go, communism's great. Same
The
thing
shit
Russia
is
used to
silly.
have.
Shit is silly. Like communism hasn't worked anywhere they've tried it. It hasn't worked. And while there is no perfect system, capitalism is still better than it still works better than communism.
Capitalism
Why?
works in the way that is intended to. Capitalism is a way to create massive amounts of capital. It's in the name, and
Capitalism.
that's what it was made. And yeah, it works until it doesn't. And none.
All the-
If you're talking about a way of government, no way of government is going to function without a proper economic system. That's what you need to understand first. And the other thing is, communism and socialism is not the same. Socialism has its advantage and it has its disadvantages.
Yeah, but socialism is about one dick hair away from
Yeah, it's pretty
communism.
close.
My grandfather always said socialist is just a communist with a better income.
Yeah, that's the road you're on. If there's too much government, come on. Like, isn't that what the fuck this country was founded on? Getting
The problem
away
with
from that.
communism is there's no incentive to progress or to do anything more than the other, because it's like, well, why the fuck I'm gonna study to be a doctor if I'm gonna get paid the same as a janitor?
Yeah, like it didn't work for the Cubans, it didn't work for the Russians, it didn't work for the Chinese. It's amazing that people are gravitating towards that there are actual Americans gravitating towards this. You have no idea while you sip on your disgusting Starbucks what could happen. And that's what it really is.
That's your everyday Venezuelan.
Bro, the shit is I break everything down in simplest terms. The reason these people are like this is honestly, you haven't experienced anything. That's what it is. You haven't been punched in the face. You haven't been kicked in the ribs. That's what it is. And it's the same with with government, that you don't understand how bad things can get because you just don't understand. You know?
Hey, Jules.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
You gotta
working
get
at a
the
bus
yams
company,
kicking.
right? And this guy I worked with, he was from Romania. His name was Vasily. He straight up told me, because by that time he was old, but he told me, he goes, I escaped that garbage from my country when I was 21 and I came here. And he goes, you know what? These young people today, they don't know what it is they're asking for.
They
'Cause that's
don't.
and he was an actual person who escaped communism and came here. So, I mean,
You can see what it is that they don't. I don't want to be that old guy that says this, but it is the truth, whether it comes from me or someone else. Uh, you don't know hardship. The things that these activists and these young people are fighting for, you don't know what you're fighting for. You don't. I could
Never
I'd
experienced
be
it.
listen. I'd be this close to saying F this cause that I keep seeing people post about, because it's like you don't understand that if they have it their way, if they were the ones in power, you die. Very simple. You die.
No,
Uh,
capitalism
Joe-
is not a good system, but it's the least shitty system that we've tried so far.
Yeah.
By far.
yeah, it's founded in an economic system that actually works for what it's intended to. But
You
just to clarify, if you are talking about Venezuela, you can blame communism whatever you want. That shit was theft. They stole everything on that country for 20 years. You cannot blame, you can blame Russia and China about in Venezuela, Hugo Chavez and Maduro
I remember
stole the
Hugo.
fucking country.
Yeah.
That's why that country
Is it
is in that way.
is it my imagination? Wasn't it Hugo that rigged the election?
Yep.
You're talking
Yep.
about Maduro.
Mm.
Dude, you're never gonna have a proper election in any communist country. You're never gonna have the truth. You're not gonna have transparency. That's not gonna exist.
So here's what it is. Here's what it is. Because I look at America. Do I believe that these are fair elections? No, not necessarily. But see, at least here you get the illusion of choice, and you get to have people that haven't suffered any hardships have the audacity to act like they are. You know that you're not in these places where this stuff is happening. You haven't suffered anything, to be honest. You don't know suffering. Just like what I said about them Venezuelans, that's a classic criminal. The Americans, they ain't gonna know what to do with these motherfuckers, man. They ain't gonna know.
Bro, they
Yeah,
are at their wits' end with these people.
I'm
You
gonna
saw
give
them
you a
dudes
note.
run
I'm
up in
not
the
gonna.
fucking Aurora, Colorado. Like
Bro,
they're not playing.
I heard they took over a complex in Texas, and I'm like, yes, the shit is wild to me because once again, I don't like to get political because I don't believe in the political system. I don't really believe any politician, Republican or Democrat. I really like, bro. I keep saying this: people with power don't really share it. And the way that the political
Never
system,
did.
the way that the political system in this country is set up, they're not up there for you. They're up there for the major companies that lobby for them, that are giving them money. That's who they're up there for. Not for me and you. But hey, you know.
No, I'm gonna tell you this shit.
That's right, I'm here.
If you're looking for one of the things that every wannabe dictators always want to do before taking power is something very simple. You have to mess with the judicial system, with the law first. In the United States, I'm not going to give any names. You just have to look at yourself. But a closer example was Mexico. One of the last things that AMLO did before abdicated the power and give it to the other girl, I don't remember her name. He messed with the judicial system. The
Wrong.
wrong.
Wrong. What he is promoting is more democracy, allowing people to vote for the judicial system. Look at our judicial system. It's by appointment. All right. You've got Clarence Thomas, who is a scumbag who accepts money from lobbyists to give to get his fucking vote. And yet the Congress and the Senate have no balls to prosecute and take him out of office. What AMLO is promoting is more democracy. So you're wrong. Now,
Who is electing
there has never been a country on this planet with true communism. You've had the US
no, Gooch, don't do that. Don't do that, Gooch.
Wait a minute. What are you advocating for communism?
No, what I'm saying is you guys are saying that capitalism is the end all be all, and I'm sorry.
Nobody.
hang on,
Wait, one at a time, dog. Damn. Now, you have heard the people up here say about at least 5 or 6 times by my count that capitalism is imperfect, but it works.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, really? So you'd rather live in a communist country?
No, because
show me.
living...
No. Point me in the direction of the communist country that you think is doing better than this one.
There is no communist country that has existed.
Okay, then point me.
Okay,
so communism never worked, which is what I said. It's never worked.
Communism has never existed, is what I'm telling you. Socialism, and what socialism is reverse capitalism, which doesn't work. All right, we are living in the new Gilded Age, where you've got super billionaires and you've got the poor, and you've got somewhat of a middle class. So I think you guys need a history lesson, because capitalism does not work. Capitalism breeds. What it breeds is
capital
monopolies, which hurts the working class. Look at what's going on today. What made this country strong? What made this country a superpower? A strong middle class. And what made a strong middle class? Unions. People organizing a check.
Are you using the United States of America as an example of how communism works?
No. What I'm telling you is what made U.S. work was socialism and communism, which was organized labor, not capitalism.
America was never socialist.
Yeah. Ring IQ. Can I say something?
You had
go
a
ahead.
socialist.
Go ahead. I get what. Who's that?
Inevitable.
Go ahead.
Yeah, can I change the subject? I know y'all going through your own anthem between, capitalism and communism. I don't want to get into that. If it's okay with you, my brother, it's just something different. But if you want to go with that, I can go with that. I'm sorry, my brother.
Well, we're in the middle of that conversation, and I think it needs to be had, because I think it's bizarre for people in the United States who have the luxury. Yeah. You have the luxury of having that conversation here while saying that this system doesn't work.
So can I speak
not
on
realizing that that's a luxury. You understand that, right? Yeah. Not you.
Right.
I'm talking to Gooch. I'm talking to Gooch.
Right.
My bad.
It's not a right, because it's not a right unless you're prepared to die for it. Are you?
And I am willing to fucking die for it.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
And that
sounds good. That sounds good. Reality. You could end up in a spot like North Korea. You could end up in places like that and see how many people are willing to die for it. It sounds good. America is the only nation. America's the only nation in the world where you have people directly benefiting from its infrastructure, criticizing its infrastructure.
No, you're wrong. America.
So that's not what you're doing.
America is not the only country that benefits that. There are plenty of countries in Europe and around the world that benefit from it. Now, I don't give a fuck about North Korea. I don't give a fuck. I give a fuck about this country because this is my country.
And you want it to be communist.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You're putting words in my mouth. What I'm saying is capitalism is not the end all be all. All right. What made this country great, what made this country, what gave this country a strong middle class were labor unions. All right. Which are communist and socialist organizations. There has to be a check. There has to be a check on power. That's why you have super billionaires today. In my opinion, there should be no such thing as a billionaire in this country. Why? Because they buy up influence. They pass the laws. They own this country. They decide who you vote for.
So you put a limit on how much a person can earn because it makes
absolutely because
no Gooch, we separate
absolutely
right there,
because they just because they come up with some idea does not entitle them to
yes,
everything.
it does actually. It entitles them to everything that idea
because
earns. It entitles them to everything that idea earns because it's theirs and no one else came up with it. Gooch, you can talk all you want and try to talk over me. It doesn't. No, I don't want to hear you finish because what you're saying makes no sense. The idea that someone can come up with an idea. No, Gooch, stop.
That's why
it does not infringe on your freedom because
it
came up with an idea that benefited you and you bought.
The Senate, the Congress, the presidency, and the judicial system. It infringes on my rights and everybody else.
And socialism and more government is the answer because that doesn't infringe on your rights, correct?
Did I say that?
Well, that's what you've been talking about.
Exactly what
literally what you've been talking about.
What you've been saying.
No, what I'm saying
your gripe seems to be I don't want a privatized company having too much power. I want the government having that much power.
Negative. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the people in that enterprise need to
because it's impossible that the people in government could be just as self-absorbed and selfish as the people in a private company. Near as I can tell, capitalism affords you the dream at least to get that large, whereas in what you're describing, you don't even have that.
Can I let me
That's why it's never worked.
Okay, so like the airline companies, right? They don't give a shit, and just the same as the banking system, right? They don't give a shit if they go bankrupt because they're going to get a government bailout. So why hasn't the government said, okay, you went belly up, now it's going to belong to the employees? Now, if I'm an employee of a company, let's say we make widgets, do you think I'm going to vote for my job to be shipped overseas? No. Employee-owned companies, employee-owned enterprise is the way to go. All right, not capitalism, because again, they go belly up, they get government bailouts. What incentive is there to change their fucking policies? They're going to continue to bankrupt that company because they're going to get government bailouts, which is government bailouts is you, me, everybody else. The system has to change. Capitalism does not work.
You say that while in a country. Go ahead.
Well, hold on. The problem is, bro.
I say that in my country.
Hold on. Let me just say this, bro, and then I'll let you go. The problem is when you say that we put a cap on how much people earn, or that people shouldn't be entitled to all the earnings from their ideas. The problem is who is the one that's going to implement those types of laws or those type of policies? It's going to be the government. So that's what Jules means when you say that you're advocating for more government, because the people who are going to implement those laws is the government. So you're essentially advocating to give up less power to the people and more power to the government so that they can issue what it is you're able to earn and what it is you're able to afford to provide for your family. You understand what I'm saying?
That sentiment relies on that sentiment would rely on an altruistic government, which is even less existent than a communist party that actually worked. Oh, we're just going to trust the government. That's what we're going to do. Because the ones that are going to be in charge with carrying all this out, well, it's not going to be us. It's going to be the government.
Okay. So,
and they wouldn't do no shit to fuck us over, right?
Okay, so
the idea that the union is going to do anything. No, brother, I need to say this. The idea that the union is going to do anything without the government helping it is ludicrous. They literally hired an entire class of detective called the Pinkertons to fuck with the unions until the government stepped in, because whoever was in charge at the time said, "Oh, I can fuck with my political opponents this way." That is the source of the great mighty unions, who, by the way, your union bosses these days are best friends with the company boss. They go on golf
Exactly.
trips together.
Exactly.
Okay, so what you're talking about is, again, people, and I'm not saying that it's a perfect system either, but there has to be a check. All right, what you're talking about is, I've been around unions and I see what they do. They hire they vote their best friends in that have no place being in that position. So I get it, and that's why you have what you have. What I'm saying is, the government should be the people, and it's not. So I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, I'm advocating for the government. No, I'm advocating for the people to step up and, elect the right people. And again, I know this is pie in the sky, and I know that
it's more along the lines of
Can I finish?
let me say this. It's been said more than once, more than at least 6-7 times, that capitalism is not a perfect system, but it's better than communism. Because if you hand over all that power to the government, you're even more fucked than you would be now.
Okay, so again, communism is not about the government. The communism is about the enterprise. You democratize the enterprise, and that carries over into everything else. All right, you hold your elected officials accountable. Now, again, this country is fucked. This country is completely fucked because the billionaires own everything. The narrative is out there. They own everything, and they control the media, everything. But what I'm saying is, people got to know the difference. And what I'm saying here is to plant the seed that there is a better system. No, look, I'm again. What we have, what you guys are promoting is bullshit. I'm sorry. Capitalism is not the end all be all.
But communism is. Or socialism.
Let me
Government.
Let me
More
say-
government.
Let me say something real quick here. Okay, I was working a bus driving job, okay? We had a union, right? The union was shit. They didn't do nothing.
Oh, here we go.
And don't here we go me. Shut up and listen. Now, the union didn't do anything. They were in bed with management. They even structured our contract so that if we striked, we were fired. They took away our voice, and the union signed off on that. I became a union rep at one point, and I tried to get some things going and make some change. I got total resistance from the union. I even went into an election against another union member at one point, and they had it rigged so that they could keep their power and everything. The problem with the unions, you can't trust what goes on these days with a lot of them. Now, some of there may be some good ones.
Thank you, because I've been with at least
the wrong people.
No, I've been in at least 3 unions, and while all of this fuckery is going on, they're still charging you your union dues.
Yeah,
they still
this
get
is
bro.
This is late
And
night
union
politics,
people
bro.
typically make more than non-union people. You elected the wrong fucking people. That's the problem. So you should have organized, got those people out, and get people that truly represent.
Country just told you he tried to. Country just told you he tried to run.
I literally
tried to. So to give up, and that's the way it is.
I literally got fought by both sides, though, and that was the worst part. Is that I had both sides fighting against me. Nobody trusted me, and it was really fucked up because I wasn't doing nothing to hurt nobody.
The problem is, Gooch, is you're going off. You're based off of the idea that if you elect the right person, that they're going to stay altruistic and they're always going to stay good and they're always going to have the best interest in people's hearts. And you're going off based off the idea that people can't be corrupted.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you have to get involved, and you have to get everybody involved, and you have to hold your elected officials accountable. You have to be.
Yeah, but that's just not how the world works, bro.
That's all I'm hearing.
All right, well, look, again, this is why this. Joel's, you've said it a million times. This country's going to shit, and this is why. Because we are becoming a third world nation. We're going to have super rich and super poor. That's where we're heading towards. That's what capitalism breeds. That's where we were in the 1900s, 1910s, 1920s. And that changed in the 1930s and 40s and 50s. Why? Because labor organized. Because
Actually
labor
changed because of the
organized,
Great
and that's what
Depression, but go
created a
on.
middle class. And now in the 70s and 80s, you know that during the 40s and 50s, the wealthy were taxed at a 91% tax rate. And guess what? They were still wealthy. But the difference was now you had a strong middle class. And it was John F. Kennedy, the first, and they were taxed at a 91% rate. John F. Kennedy, a Democrat, who was the first to cut the tax down to 71%. And then from there, every other president kept cutting that tax rate. And guess what happened? That middle class is disappearing. That's what I'm talking about. Capitalism needs to be checked. And in order for us, I have 7 children, and I worry about them every fucking day. Why? Because this country's going to shit because we've accepted, capitalism is the greatest fucking thing. Capitalism needs to be checked. And the only way to check it is organized labor. History has proven that.
No, it hasn't. It
Yes, it has.
legitimately has not. It legitimately has not. You can
Did I
stop
say
interrupting.
did I see anything that was a lie? Did I
Yes.
just say anything that was a lie?
Yes, plenty that was a lie. The reason the economy collapsed is because of the Great Depression, which had nothing to do with labor costs. And the reason that it recovered was because there was this thing called World War II, where everything that was our competitor was blown the fuck up in Europe and in Asia. They literally had no choice but to buy from us.
You know
So
what
don't
the other
even
difference
start with
was?
that.
You know what the other difference was? FDR created 14 million jobs. He created infrastructure jobs because the private
Yes,
sector
because
would not.
everything was
Hold on, let me
blown the
finish.
fuck
The
up,
private
dude.
sector would not create jobs. So he went out and did it. He created a middle class.
Okay, that's a very generous reinterpretation of fiction land. Like, bro,
No, that's a
I
fact.
can't.
That's a
It is
fact.
not a fact. It is not a historical fact.
Yes, it is.
It really isn't.
Well, see, another thing that does not make unions work per se is the way our society is constructed. People that and I think this is part of the reason why you see people who come here from like other countries that have a slightly different culture succeed better than a lot of the native-born Americans here is that our society and the way things are is kind of trained us to be a bit too individualistic. So when it comes to like sticking together, there's a ton of people that just don't want to do it. They're good at talking about it, but when it comes down to it, they won't do it. And in order for like unionism and the other stuff to work, you need people who are going to stick together and, fight together. But it's just not in the cards because too many people are just
Unlike
too
what they
ambitious.
did in the 30s and 40s and 50s.
In all honesty, bro, like honest to God, and I'm from the younger half of this panel. I honestly believe in my heart of hearts that the country is so far gone that people are not gonna care. Gooch, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I understand what you say when you fear for your children because my dude, I'm not that much older than I'm probably as old enough to be one of Jules's kids, bro. So it's like I get what you mean, bro, because I fear for my own future as well. But I also understand that like people don't give a fuck anymore nowadays. Like people don't care about their neighbors. So
Let me
there's a
read this
lot of
super chat from David.
to.
David said the problem isn't capitalism. The problem is lobbying for or personal interests of big companies. Unions are the worst, in my opinion. It's paid interest. Gooch is living in a dream. And because we can have this discussion and be civil at the same time. At the end of the day, advocating for more unions as if the unions are infallible, they can be trusted. I've been with like 3 or 4 unions and they were all shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's going based off the idea that the person at the head of it can't be corrupted, and it's like, no, bro. Everybody knows that
And that's the
absolute
point that
power
I'm making.
corrupts absolutely.
That's the point that I'm making, that if you swap out capitalism for a form of communism, because the people in government can't be corrupted, because the unions can't be corrupted, that's a pipe dream. They can all be corrupted. That's the point. But at least with capitalism, you get a shot. You might do it and you might not, but you get a shot to be the head honcho. You get a shot to be the boss.
Can I respond? Again, we all have to be active participants. We have to know what the fuck's going on. I'm not, and again, capitalism needs to be checked, and that's my point. Capitalism needs to be checked because we have what we have now is because we become lazy. We don't pay attention. We don't look for alternative sources of information, and we accept things for the way they are. All right, this country was founded on, hey, you know what? Fuck that. I'm not going to keep paying my fucking taxes to England, 3,000 miles away. We're going to change things. And that's what I'm talking about. Change fucking things. All right? Yes, union leaders can be corrupted, but you know what? You need, as a union member, you need to be an active participant and say, like, oh, you don't have our best interest in.
And that's far too idealistic, dude.
Yeah, good
Gooch,
luck with that.
That's far too idealistic. Like it sounds good. It's one of those things to where, yeah, it looks good on paper. It doesn't play out that way in real life. Then when I asked you, can you show me a place where communism worked? Why didn't you come up with one?
Because there hasn't been a communist country. That's what I'm saying. And again, you keep bringing up communism. What I'm saying is capitalism needs to be checked. All right, and that's what I'm talking about.
I think the argument is bigger than just forms of government, because I've always maintained this. Everything ends, bro. Everything dies. In an imperfect world. In an imperfect world, can I go? In an imperfect world, you're not going to come up with a perfect system. Not if we're imperfect people running it.
Okay, so I keep talking about unions, and you keep talking about government. What I'm talking about is the organized labor needs to check those fucking people. They need to check the capitalists. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, oh, well, the government, the Democrats need to do this and shit. The Democrats are all fucking
because the unions can't be corrupted.
The problem with that, bro, is that there's
as a union member, you need to hold your fucking your representatives accountable.
Yeah, but you're talking about people coming together to check big companies. The problem is that there's way too many people who disagree for that to happen. That's what makes it idealistic. That we can have everybody participating.
Didn't the longshoremen just do that?
But not everybody participating wants the same shit.
Didn't the longshoremen just do that?
The longshoremen held the freighters to ransom because they want more money. Yeah, that's what they did.
Yes, they checked.
And they're willing. And you don't think that crippling the companies' imports, that's not selfish at all, right? That's not a form of power. That's not a form of power that's being abused. That you could cripple the entire country's infrastructure of imports because you want a few more dollars.
Those poor importers, man. I feel really sorry for them. I'm sorry. No.
Do you feel sorry for the rest of us who have to pay more for
of corporate abuse?
Gooch. Do you feel sorry for the people who now have to pay higher prices for those imports? I.e., you and me, because of what they do?
The higher prices are not because of that. All right, they're
money's got to come from somewhere.
Oh, and you know what? Most of this country is non-union, and the prices keep going up. Is that because of organized labor?
I don't
know. It's
see
because of inflation.
No, that's corporate greed.
No, it's because of inflation. It's because of inflation, brother.
While the standard of living keeps going down, while the median wage keeps going down. I'm sorry. What you're saying makes absolutely no sense.
I don't see how unions.
You blame the worker. You blame the worker when the fact is it's corporate greed, because the returns have to be greater every single year.
I'm saying your solution seems to be swapping out corporate greed for another form of it, because the same thing is going to happen.
No, you're putting
the same
words in
thing
my
is
mouth.
going to happen.
No, that's not exactly.
You're talking about more union. Well, the people in the union can be corrupted. That's what I'm talking about. It's not that different. But at least with this system, you get a shot to start up your own company.
No.
You get a shot to be the boss.
Again, we've talked about this. There is a very small percentage of people that can survive and actually grow in this system. Not
and how many can grow in the alternative?
Let me finish. the fallacy that anybody can make it in this country is a bullshit. There's a handful of people in this country. It's
And yet
no
they're
different
coming
than-
here in droves. I wonder
let
why.
me because you know why? Because we bankrupt their countries. We plunge them into
So
war.
they're
and that's
coming
why they
over.
come.
So all these people that come here are coming here not because they get more opportunities here than when than where they're from, but because we bankrupted their countries.
Because we destroy their countries. El Salvador, Nicaragua, all these countries. So you want to talk geopolitics. That's what it is. We plunge. We overthrow the democratically elected governments, put in dictators, and of course they're going to come over here. And then we say, well, we got a problem with immigration. Yeah, because we fuck their countries.
I think my point is, fucking over their countries is just as much a part of day-to-day life as everything else. Somebody has to get fucked over.
Oh,
That's
so-
the way it is.
so it's
What
okay.
you're talking about is La La Land, a place that doesn't exist that you can't describe. Nothing you're talking about has ever worked. Ever. Anywhere.
So let's accept the clusterfuck that we got.
Until you come up with a better idea.
I'm telling you what the better idea is, but you're not accepting
And that
it.
won't work. That won't work.
Why? Because you said so?
No, because it's been tried and the same thing keeps happening.
Mm.
If people tried for communism and it ended up being something else, doesn't that mean the same fucking thing? Corrupt people cannot come up with an incorrupt government. Imperfect people can't come up with perfect systems.
So
One
let's
way or
accept-
another, whether it's a capitalist or a communist, whatever it is, it's gonna end up the same way.
So let's accept
That's my point. That's always been my point.
So let's accept the bullshit that we got.
Well, that's what people are
And
doing.
God bless our children.
That's what people are doing. It's what they're doing.
It's apathy.
What you're bringing up is just a lot of idealism that doesn't pan out in the real world. That's why I say, hey, this is not a perfect system, but it's okay. It's not perfect, but it's okay. If it weren't, no one would come here.
It is not. And that's what I'm saying. We can do better because we have done better. That's what I'm saying.
I disagree.
Well,
People aren't going to come here from a shithole if this is a shithole too. They're obviously here because they're obviously here because it's not a shithole. Because you still have more opportunities in this government than you do in another one. Otherwise, you'd go over there. Not going to other countries that are like their own. They're not going to communist country, whatever. Like, they're coming here for a reason.
I mean, Canada's right up north. Mexico's down south.
there's a lot of Mexicans going to Canada. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but there's a lot coming here.
Yeah.
I'm not-
Again, because we fucked their countries.
Then why are they coming here and not somewhere else if somewhere else is better?
Because they have nowhere else to go. What are they supposed to go? Pay for a fucking flight to England? Pay for a flight to fucking Germany?
That's literally what people do.
No.
Literally, though.
No,
like,
not the poor.
literally what people do.
No, they find their way over here because they can cross a fucking border without having to swim across an
There are
ocean.
people flying into dog. There's people.
Yes, rich Chinese.
Forget Mexico. There's people from other places that are going through Mexico through that border because they know the opportunities are here. As much as you want to paint this place out to be a shithole, they're not coming here because it's a shithole. They're not.
Again, I'm not painting this place as a shithole. Okay, you're putting words in my mouth. All right. There's a reason why they're coming here. Yeah. Just like we had amnesty for the El Salvador. Why? Because we plunged their country into a fucking civil war. Just like Nicaragua, just like Honduras, just like Guatemala. All right. They come here. Maybe they feel we owe them something. And you know what? We do. And then we bitch and complain about it. They're coming over here.
I think maybe your views of how things work are a little bit too altruistic for the real world. That's what I think. That's why nothing you say. That's why
that's-
nothing you. No. That's why nothing
That's how
you
change
say.
happens.
That's why none of these solutions that you're offering up have ever actually worked. And
That's how
that's why they're
change
not.
happens.
And that's why they're not gonna work.
That's how
None of
change
that.
happens.
None of that shit is gonna work.
That's how change happens.
It
All right?
sounds good. Put it on a poster,
Dr.
but it's
hey,
not
Dr.
gonna
King,
work.
Dr.
not
King
gonna
changed
work.
shit, right?
The way all this shit works, somebody has to get fucked over. You can accept it. You can deny it as much as you want, but that is the way it is. Somebody
Okay, well, then
always gets fucked
what I'm
over.
proposing is the one that gets fucked over are the fucking
Is this
billionaires.
country where you live?
Billionaires. That's who
No,
gets fucked over.
no, because they're not the ones that are gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it.
Hmm.
The regular Joes are gonna feel it. When you turn a New York City into a sanctuary city that already had a homeless problem that you didn't fix, and now you have a migrant problem compounded upon that, that's coming out of the taxpayers' pockets. They're the ones feeling the brunt of that.
Oh, wait a minute,
not the billionaires.
Oh, yeah,
Not the billionaires.
You're talking about the Venezuelans, right?
I'm talking about the migrant crisis in New York overall, not
Okay.
just the Venezuelans,
Okay.
because they're not just Venezuelans in the street over there.
Okay, well, again, another country that we fucked over. All right.
So your strategy is, okay, well, America fucked them over, so you, the American, are okay with them fucking the country where you live over, right?
That's not what I'm saying. What
are
I'm
you
saying is stop fucking over countries.
And this is what I'm trying to tell you. Unfortunately, it's not up to me. This is what I know. It's not up to me. It's not up to anybody on the panel. Unfortunately, that's the way the world works. One country fucks over another. That's the way the world works. So what's best for you, I guess, in your opinion, is that for this country to get fucked over, even though you live here.
No. Why would I say that when I have 7 children that I'm worried about making a fucking living? All right. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, let's recognize the things that we fucking done wrong and let's fix them. Let's change. Let's go. If we have to go out into the fucking streets, let's do that. Let's go out to the fucking ballot box. Let's have these conversations. Like this conversation that we're having is very important. It's very important. And it shouldn't just be here. It should be, at the water cooler. It should be everywhere. People need to become informed because right now, just like you said, people are stupid. And that's by design. And it's up to you, who is a fucking very intelligent man, to pass this shit along, just like me, and talk to people and build a fucking army to change this thing.
I don't think it changes, Gooch. Empires rise and fall. The fact of the matter is, nobody that comes into power, nobody that comes. What do you mean it's changing? You just said it's not changing for the better. You just said you're worried. What are you worried about then? If it changed for the better?
No, it's changed for the worse because it changed for the better. Now it's changing for the worse. Now it's up to us to change it for the fucking better. We have a say. It is our responsibility because we know.
What do you propose, Goose? That we tie our dicks together and sing Kumbaya?
No,
don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just saying, bro, because look, I'm not even trying to be disrespectful, but all this shit just sounds like
pie in the sky. It's pie in the sky. To me, it's pie in the sky because the fact of the matter is, I think there are people out there that don't seem to understand that greed is just as much a force of nature as wind and water, and you're not going to get away from it. It doesn't matter what form of government you think is better than another. It doesn't matter if you think unions are good or bad. Greed is the common denominator in every fucking story. And it's going to find a way. It's going to find a way. Greed is like love. It will find a way.
Okay, so you had the feudal system that everybody thought that's the way it is. It's never going to change. Guess what? It was overthrown. You had the slavery system.
What the fuck is that?
What is that? What is
Hold on, sorry about that.
Gucci need an epic theme song.
Hold on, you had the slavery system that was overthrown. Capitalism will be overthrown again.
I'm not saying that it won't. I'm saying all things end. One day this empire is going to fall.
And how does it end? By having these conversations, by educating people, by people saying like, what the fuck? I can't, I got a college degree. I got a fucking master's degree and I'm making fucking $15 an hour. Something's wrong here because my parents
it ends when it collapses.
Let me finish. My parents told me if I got a fucking education, I'd have a good living. That's changing. How does that change? These conversations, educating people. having
Okay, Gucci, you
people
done now?
vote in their best interest.
Gucci, are you done now? Okay,
right
good.
ahead.
It doesn't. That's not how things change, Gooch. By having conversations, things end because they collapse in on themselves, because they stretch out, because they become corrupt, because they can't bear the weight of themselves, and then something else comes along, and then it props everything up, and then the cycle repeats ad nauseum. That is what history has seen.
And how does so how was slavery overturned?
Slavery isn't over. Who told you that slavery is over?
There's it's a different slavery, all right. But again, how was that done? Because people talked, people fought, people went out in the streets.
Slavery is not over. This is what I'm trying to tell you. These are the facts of life. What you're talking about, I don't know. You're talking about a utopia. That ain't happening. Not with these motherfuckers. No, it's not. Greed will always separate people. At some point,
didn't end. It just changed form, bro.
At some point, somebody's gonna want more than someone else. Some person, some group, some politician, some union guy. Somebody's gonna want more than everybody else. That's why it's the common denominator in every fucking story. So unfortunately, in a world shaped like that, the most that I can say is you better look out what's right for you and stop being idealistic. Because that idealism shit is for the birds.
Yeah, bro, because if honestly, bro, and on some real shit, like just man to man, if you truly fear for your children, the best thing you can do for them is educate them and teach them how to protect themselves. Because I
would say if you fear for your children, the best thing you can do is stop being idealistic and move. If that's how you feel, move. No. Because if I felt that this is not a safe environment for my children, I cannot afford to be idealistic if it's not safe. I need assurances.
Well, there's a difference. What I'm trying to create is leaders. All right. This is my country. This is my country. I was born here. So I'm trying to change things by building an army and teaching them. All right. Yes, I am worried about their futures because things are going to shit. But it's up to them, and not only them, it's up to their children as well to fight to make things better. I'm not a coward. Ask you something, and I'm not gonna tell them, hey, you know what, just accept things the way they are. Go out and get yours. No, defend the little guy. Do what you can to help everybody else. Educate people. Build an army.
Gooch, I'm gonna ask you a question, and I'm not trying to be an asshole. Genuinely not. Who's gonna pay for that? Who's going to pay for your army, for your education, for everything else? Because that shit costs money.
It doesn't cost money to have a conversation.
It actually does.
Hold on, let me finish.
Conversations are not going to get the job done.
That's how change happens.
This is the generation.
Educating people.
This is the generation of conversations more than action. This is the generation of all people do in this generation is have conversations. And they don't get anywhere because their contrasting views are so different. That is not dissimilar from 1,000 years ago. It's been the same over and over. Conversations. Because they wouldn't have conversations in Greece and shit, right?
Tell me, we have conversations twice a week. Is it changing boxing?
Yo, slam dunk.
Fucking we have a congregation. We got a 20K army right fucking now.
Oosh. How many fucking conversations have we had about how shitty the WBC is? But there's still.
Well, you know what? Then you know what you should do? You should vote Suleiman out. Oh wait, you can't. You know what? You should vote Al Heyman out. Oh, wait, you can't because it's a private fucking enterprise. There's a fucking difference.
What I'm gonna do?
Brim wants in on the smoke. Brim wants in on the politic talk. Go ahead, Brim. I got to take a shit.
It's not smoke. It's just that, I appreciate the idealistic, thought process, but in the reality-based world we're in, it just unfortunately probably will never be. Like, slavery is still legal when you're incarcerated if you did not know that. So anybody that's incarcerated, it's legal in the United States of America to have you as a slave.
I've been to
what
jail.
Are we doing about it? That's the problem. We can change that. That's what I'm saying. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. There's slavery still exists. And you know what? That slavery takes away good paying jobs from fucking Americans, law-abiding Americans. So guess what? That their job is taken away, then they fucking resort to criminality to support their family, guess what? They go into jail and then they have that same fucking job that they hated making 10 cents an hour.
I mean,
We can change
You
that.
want to hear some bad news
slavery-
that I'm about to tell you right now that I don't know if you're ready for? If you
Let me
want to
gather.
see that change, you know how those change happens, right?
Revolution.
And what does that require for people to do?
Well, there's different forms of revolution.
it's war,
Hopefully
baby. You're talking
it's
about
a
Thank
war.
you. Somebody, thank you. Don't even butter or sugarcoat it. Who say that again? Who
You
said
gotta
war?
go
Say
to
it
war,
again.
baby. You want that? You gotta fight for that.
Thank you.
Now, see,
Okay.
here's
Well,
the
and
thing.
honestly, what you're talking about on some real shit is in the next civil war.
Yep.
But
And also,
again,
too, slavery is existing in a lot of parts of the world, and not just here, too. Ask the poor people of Mauritania about the Arab slave trade with them
you
going
guys,
on right now.
you guys keep bringing these things up like, oh well, it exists somewhere else, so we got to accept it. No, I don't accept it. I do not accept it. Not in this country.
It's not that it exists somewhere else, so accept it here. It's that this is the human condition. It's always going to be here because it's who we are. We suck. Why do you think religion happened? Because we recognize we suck. We need something of a higher power to tell us to stop sucking because we suck. Have I said that we suck enough?
You want to know?
No.
You want to know one of my favorite quotes?
Even the higher power doesn't help. Okay.
Well, I gotta say one thing, bro. My favorite quote is from the Abraham Lincoln movie, the Vampire Hunter one, where he says that men have enslaved each other long before they created gods to forgive them for it, bro. You understand what that means? That long before we could even speak and create these thoughts, there have been fucked up shit going on amongst humans long before we ever even were able to formulate critical thinking skills.
I get
So
that.
it's what you're thinking about, bro. It's just non-existent because we as people, we as human beings, are faulty. So like we're not going to be able to get rid of all the bad eggs. So there's always going to be something that fucks up a good system.
Okay. Again, I hear what you're saying. What you're saying is accept things the way they are, and I do not, because changes happen by not accepting things the way they are. All right. I can't tell you how many companies I've gone to and said, well, this is the way we've always done, and that's the way it is. No, we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to change it, and this is what we're going to do. And guess what? We do better. And it's no different. All right. Yes. Country so-and-so, they're this and that, and that's the way they fucking always been, and blah, blah, blah. I don't accept that. Because we can do better.
Except we can't, because you're not the first
Yes, we
person to have...
can. Because
Gooch,
we are a better
Gooch,
country.
you are
than
not the
we were.
first. Gooch, you are not the first person to have these ideas. You are not the first person to advocate for this. You are not the first person to organize people who are willing to fight and die for this and raise an army to do so. And guess what? Hasn't happened yet.
You're wrong.
No,
You're
I'm
wrong.
not.
Things have
I'm
changed.
not.
The problem
Can I
is
give
that
you a
people-
newsflash?
I am so
Individually,
glad.
we can.
I am so glad that Brim said that shit, because that's what it all boils down to. No major changes happened without blood being shed. So unless you're talking about going to war, you ain't talking about nothing.
I am
You're talking
prepared to
about
do that.
war. You're talking about war. Now, if you want to go to war while you're saying you're afraid for safety and all, you can do that.
No,
You
because
can do that.
I gotta be honest, bro. Like for the past at least 6 years, I've smelled the Civil War brewing too, and it's because of no offense, but it's because of people like Gooch and the ideas that you're having. That those ideas, those big ideas for change. That's what it leads to, baby. It leads
They
to
breed
war.
all I see is it breeds separation by those who are disgruntled. They're disgruntled. That's all it is.
I'm
The
gonna talk about
reality,
something.
the
Why do they call it
let me
Civil War?
let me put it another way, and I say this all the time. Americans really don't know how good they have it, because they have the luxury to have these ideas.
Yes,
It's a luxury. It's a luxury. It's not a right. These ideas somewhere else, like say Saudi, oh, you'll just get beheaded and that'll be the end of it.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
I am. You know I'm right.
So George Washington and John Adams, all those guys should have just accepted the way that things are.
Or
Like,
you'll get MLK or JFK,
we have a king, and that's the way things are.
Back then, they didn't have nuclear weapons either. They could explode the whole world in half.
They're not going to use nuclear weapons in a
bro.
civil war.
Gooch, can I
Come
just
on,
say
dude.
this? Gooch, can I just say this, bro? You know the last person the last big president that had those beautiful ideas. You know what they did? I'm
They
from the
murked
city
him.
where they shot that motherfucker in the middle of the city, bro.
Exactly, and that's fine. You know what? They executed
That is fine. That is not fine.
They executed
fine.
his brother. They executed Malcolm X. They executed Dr. King.
Wait.
Yes.
So what makes you think they wouldn't do the same thing to someone like you with those ideas?
I don't give a fuck. All right,
Gooch,
because that's
answer
what
me one
change
question.
happens.
Gooch, answer me one question. Who killed Malcolm X?
It was the CIA. I'm so why? Because he started changing. He realized, like, no, you know what? It's not white people that are the problem. This is a war between rich and poor. And guess what? The majority are poor. The poor are the whites. The poor are the blacks.
No,
the poor are the Mexicans.
the poor in America. The poor. That's a joke. The poor in America.
The poor in America is rich in other countries.
That's what I like. Poor. You have running
Oh,
water,
so
right?
you
You have
know
a
what?
good.
Poor,
You have
the poor
a
got
no.
fucking phones, bro.
Esto es lo que yo estoy diciendo, that the American is so spoiled he doesn't know how good he has it. He thinks he's poor.
Bro,
He
I'm
thinks poor.
Here
fucking
we
poor, and
go.
I got a fucking iPhone.
He thinks
Oh,
that the American who is inconvenienced by the price of bacon is poor. Okay. Okay. If you say so, there's places in this world they ain't got clean running water, dog.
I just thought about something though. Why do they call it civil war when it's uncivil as fuck?
It beats me.
It should be called uncivil war.
All I know is I've maintained throughout that the American does not know how good they have it. They complain about suffrage. They're not suffering. You're not hungry. I'm sure there's food in your fridge.
Yeah,
right
you know
now.
what? Yeah, okay.
Sure.
So,
Are you mining for lithium?
so
No, right? Nah, right? What are you suffering?
You're right. You know what? You're right. So I should be content with having just enough, not able to pay my fucking rent and not be able to feed my kids. But you know what? I'm doing a little better than those people mining fucking lithium.
A little
Yeah,
better.
okay.
A little better.
While one person is worth $300 billion, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I got it good. No,
because you're entitled. Because you're entitled to what they have, but who's entitled to what you have?
Nah, bro. See, it's shit like this where, you need Jesus and you need God because you need to learn fucking humility and how to be grateful for what you have, bro.
No, because it's cool. The cool thing to do is the rich people owe me, but I don't own anybody.
No. There's a difference. All right. My point is the rich aren't entitled to everything. All right. They are not entitled to everything. It's the worker that adds value to the products that are produced by a corporation.
Who decides who the workers are?
So they are entitled. They are entitled to a piece of it. And the only way to get that is to organize and to check that power.
Who decides who the workers are?
That's what needs to be flipped upside down. The workers need to have a seat at the table. Yeah.
Hey, what the fuck? I was just about to say, bro.
Hey, Alex, go ahead, dog. Go ahead. I know you got something to say. Go ahead.
I need some context. What did I just stumble into? What's the topic? Where we at, man?
We need a civil. Alex, we need a civil war. Is what Gooch is telling us. We need a civil war.
So the unions can take over.
Okay, so someone is saying,
you guys are really good at trying to put words in my mouth.
I'm not. You literally, am I putting dog? You're advocating for a civil war. That's what you're advocating for.
At the end of the day, we're just surmising your points, bro, and the points that you bring up lead to a civil war, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Wait. So, what am I answering here? What am I giving my opinion on?
There are different forms of civil war.
This started out, Alex, with a conversation about the virtues of capitalism versus communism. That's how it started out.
Okay.
And how in capitalism the fallacy is that a company can grow too large, have too much power.
Yep.
And my
Mhm.
point is that
Of course.
that's not necessarily different from communism, because the same thing can happen, except it will
Mhm.
be government instead of the private companies. So it's
Okay.
not
Well,
really a solution.
So,
that's not.
okay. So, no. Here's the thing. As a history major and a little budding historian myself, and I love economics and geopolitics. So here we go. All right. Opinions aside, let's look at the facts. Look at every socialist country that ever existed, and look how they ended up. Look at every capitalist country and how
Each
they ended
country
up,
ends up there, no matter
and when
what.
they're at. Right. So now, if you look at Marxism, their theory states that eventually all capitalism becomes socialism, which becomes communism. So they're saying it's only a matter of time. You might as well fast forward it. Well, I say this: look at people's opinions who've come from socialist, communist countries to non-socialist, non-communist countries, whether it's a parliament or what we have, whatever. Fine, right? And they all say the same thing, like, trust me, you don't want this. And I'll tell you, it's like this. There's a simple saying. It goes, if I have 10 cows and we're socialist, I have to give away over half of mine for people who don't work for their cows, didn't earn their cows, didn't raise their cows, but I got to give them to them just because they don't have them. Oh, and by the way, the government controls that. Okay, so on one hand, you have plenty of government programs when it comes to socialism, right? Plenty of government programs that take care of you. However, at the same time, if they give you everything you need, they're in control. You need them. Like, you cannot operate without them, and they make the rules. So that's exactly what the funny part is. You got a lot of liberals and leftists who lean toward what people would call socialist or Marxist ideologies, but at the same time, they're the ones promoting a stronger federal government. When you have capitalists and conservatives who are like, no, we want a weaker federal government and we want people to have agency. So at the end of the day, you could look at how there's put aside how we feel and what we think is right, but look at the stats of how every country has trended and their economic
I mean,
policies that they've chosen.
Alex,
Like,
I mean,
it's
I've
not
said
hard.
it.
It's not hard. It's not
Alex,
hard.
I've said it that type of thinking hasn't worked anywhere on the planet, anywhere.
Did you
Whereas
notice?
capitalism,
It hasn't. No, it hasn't. No.
capitalism, as flawed as it is, and no one ever even said it was perfect. You can go back and watch this live, and
No,
you'll see.
it definitely has its
I've
flaws.
said it's
Oh, yeah.
flawed.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
said it's
Oh, yeah.
flawed throughout, but it's a better alternative to
May I go?
socialism or communism. Now,
May I
let me
go?
read these 2 super chats because I'm all about my capitalism. Santiago said, conceive, believe, achieve, Wonderland dude. Con Enigma said, name a time in life where they didn't have poor. I'll wait. Yeah,
No,
I
so
mean,
look,
that's
here's
Here's
Okay,
the thing.
so
Here's the thing.
can I say
Hey,
something?
before
no
hey,
fuck
well,
off.
yeah,
I asked
hey,
if I could
hey,
go
before
before
you
the
cook.
super chats.
Hey, before you cook,
Listen.
I'm just gonna say one thing before you. I'm gonna let you cook, fam.
Okay, go for it.
Like, if anybody has an idea where they want to live in a society where everyone has equal outcomes, you are fucking delirious. That is not realistic.
That's
That's
not.
all I'm gonna say. There should always be different levels of class status. However, they shouldn't be controlled by the government in their class status. They should be free to ascend or fall as they see fit, depending on how they live their lives and make their decisions. That's the difference. But
Okay.
the idea that
Well,
everyone should have equal outcomes based on different fucking levels of work put in, that's not right.
All right, now we gotta let Real Talk go because it's Real Talk's turn.
All right, so look, bro, because I'm trying to extend an olive branch here. Because I see you have a very idealistic mindset for what you would like for the future. So let me try to break bread with you here, bro. Here's what the beautiful thing about capitalism. Say you're working for a company like that washes cars. You feel that they treat you like shit. They don't pay you enough, and you feel like you could take your skills and your assets elsewhere and do better on your own. So you make your own company, and from that company you go and you make your own business. You're able to buy your own building, hire your own people, and now you've created a business where you're at the top. You're able to provide for your family. You're able to to do things on your own terms, that's the beautiful part of capitalism, that you have the opportunity to do that on your own. The problem is people are lazy, people are unmotivated. They don't want to do those type of things because you end up working harder for yourself than you do working for someone else. But that's the beautiful part about capitalism, is the opportunity to make something of yourself.
Can I answer that? Look, dude.
Go for it, bro.
Look. By day, I'm a capitalist pig. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I make a fuck ton of money running fucking businesses, all right? But I've worked at a lot of fucking plants, and I've coached and developed a lot of fucking people. And you know what? Most of them do not have the talent and the abilities to do what you're saying. So yes, idealistically, yeah, you can say anybody can make it, and that's not true. That's not true, man. And again, I'm telling
that's
you,
that's not even what I'm saying. Wait.
Hold
Let me say this. That's not what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell you that everybody's not supposed to make it.
Why not?
Exactly.
Look, hold on. Okay, but look, hold on. That doesn't entitle me to make all the fucking money and fuck my people. That doesn't, those people that work on the floor are the ones that add value to the products that we make.
Find the people.
Hold on. Therefore, they are entitled to a piece of that, and that's what we. That's
No,
and
they're
look.
not
As a,
entitled.
hold on. Let me finish. As and this is the one of the things that kills me about this is that I want to pay my people more, but I can't because the system is such that if I do, I go out of business because if I pay my people more, my costs go up. I'm less competitive. The scumbag, my competitor scumbag is paying them shit. So I have to compete with him. The problem is the system. I want my people to survive. I want them to grow. I want them to just because you can't hit a home run out of fucking Dodger Stadium should not mean that you're forced to make slave wages.
No.
All right. Everybody, look. There's enough.
But you're not. But the thing is, you're not forced to make slave wages. You're describing.
Yes.
You're describing them. You're describing. No. You're describing like I look, dog. I am not the super patriot. I'm not the America guy. But this is the land of opportunity, and a motherfucker can't tell me different. If you broke out here, I'm sorry, but it's your fault.
No.
There are too many ways to get money here.
Juice, hold on.
Too many.
I want to use.
They
what
don't
you
have the
said.
skills. They don't have the ability.
Then get them.
There are God-given talents.
Fucking who,
Just
bro?
like in the
Cry me a
home run.
fucking river.
Hey, I'm gonna use
Crying
what he
about
said.
dumb
I'm gonna
shit.
show him
You
how
act
what
like
he
you're
said was
talking
wrong.
to rich people, bro. I grew up poor. I grew up on welfare, and I made it my mission. When I got older, that's not how I'm gonna live.
Because
that's
you were
not
given
how I'm gonna
God-given
live.
talent and God-given skills to rise above it.
Don't say God given. These are things that you work at. You're acting like these people can't work at these things.
They can't.
You don't have to work at Walmart. You don't have to work at Publix. You don't.
I got him. But you know what? But we need those people still need to exist. Just like we said earlier, not
I'm not
everyone
saying that, bro.
is designed.
I'm not saying that they don't.
For that.
My whole point was the fact of life is everybody's not as good as everybody else. Everybody's not as smart as everybody else.
100%.
Asking for equality of outcome for bro, that's la la land shit.
No.
Nature itself doesn't work that way.
What I'm saying is they are entitled to earn a living wage, not to be
Yes,
rich,
all right.
not
Now
to be
check this out.
poor. Earn a living wage. Because there's
hold on.
dignity in going to work every day, work your 8 hours, go home and spend time with your family, and you should be compensated for that.
Pay yourself less, Ben, since you said earlier you should make all the money.
Listen, all right, now,
Yeah,
given what you
fucking
just
Jason.
said, hold on. Listen, given everything you just said, you said it yourself. You're a business owner. You have employees, yes?
I said I've run business. I am a business owner, but I don't have employees, but I've run businesses.
You've ran businesses where there are employees, right?
Yes.
Where you were better off than those employees, right? Monetarily.
Yes, I was.
Okay. Given what you just said, was there a point in your life where you were one of those employees?
Absolutely.
Okay,
I loaded
and
trucks
hold on.
in the middle of the night. I cleaned bathrooms.
You gotta let Alex finish.
Let me finish. Right? You were one of those employees. Did it ever dawn on you that maybe you were looked at as impossible to ascend? But look what you did. You got out of that employee position and became business owner.
Okay, can I tell you why?
Like, no, so no. See, here's the thing. Why doesn't matter, Holmes.
No, it does.
Point. No, this is the point, man. Everyone who is so inclined and has the will and the discipline, right? They're gonna go for it and they're gonna get it.
No,
not everyone's designed that way, bro.
Listen, we're
Some
not
people
a
just need to
homogenous.
stay.
Listen, we're not a homogenous society when it comes to ability or intelligence or adaptive. We're not. Animals are the animal kingdom doesn't even fucking work that way. There's
dumbasses and slow people everywhere.
There's a natural precedent that dictates that only the strong survive. That's cold. Hey, so is life. Life is cold. People are cold. What are we describing here? Fucking Disneyland?
We are not fucking animals. We are not.
Well,
right?
Actually, see, this is what's crazy.
We are animals.
You're advocating for a civil war, but when the war starts, you'll see how we are animals.
Yeah,
we're just like animals.
I know firsthand. Trust me. Let me tell you something, man. Look, listen. This is fucking ridiculous. Hey, let's get to the point. Name an economy that's better than capitalism and explain why. Don't worry, I'll wait. No, don't worry, I'll wait.
You said it yourself. You talked about the Soviet Union, which was socialist, and you talked about communist China, which were not communist. They were socialist. There hasn't been a communist country.
Socialism always ends up communist. It's a fact. Look at history.
No, there has not been a communist country. The only example that's kind of somewhat close is Cuba with their
China and Russia are communist countries.
They were. They absolutely were. And things. And the weirdest thing is, it's very obvious that things really didn't move. Things really didn't turn around for China until they started acting like capitalists. Now they're doing great, but when they were on their communism shit, they weren't doing great.
Yeah, listen. When it comes to trade and when it comes to BRICS, they're capitalist as fuck. Other than that, they're communist the way they rule their people. They rule with the socialist communist mindset.
They're not fucking communists. They're socialists. Again, communism.
Bro, it's the same fucking thing.
No, it's not. No,
ideologically, by definition, they have differences. But once they're applied, it's the same result to the people.
No, it is not.
Dude,
you're wrong.
My God, bro. You're wrong, bro. You have no idea what you're talking about.
No, you're a product of the U.S. fucking education system, and there is a big difference between.
No, I'm a product of free
thinking
and doing my own research.
Socialism is reverse. Socialism is reverse reverse capitalism. It's state-run capitalism.
Okay,
right?
Listen.
Communism is worker owned.
No, listen. Here's where you're missing the point.
Where did you go to school, Gooch?
Here's where you're missing the point, bro. Socialism applied properly is a good thing. Show me a country that applied it properly and they're prospering and the people are happy. Don't worry, I'll fucking wait, bro.
It's a pipe dream, bro.
That's not my point. You can wait all you want. That's not my point.
It's a pipe dream. What you're waiting for is people so altruistic that corruption is not like, bro, what world is this? Not this one. Not this motherfucker. Like, huh? That's what that relies on, this theory of yours. Oh, yeah, ain't nobody gonna be greedy. Ain't nobody gonna do no fucked up shit. That if you give someone or someone's that much power, they won't abuse it.
Yeah,
what
you're right.
fucking pipe dream is this?
Hey, matter of fact, hey, why don't you?
Feudalism is the way it has to be. Oh, wait a minute, that was changed.
Feudalism.
No, you know what?
Bro.
You know what? Slavery. Yeah, that's the way it is. It's never going to change. Oh, guess what? It changed. Now we've got capitalism. Guess what? It will change, and it's going to happen because of these what I'm fucking talking about.
No, you're right. You're right, Gooch. Feudalism hasn't changed. Like the rich, powerful people are not still in power, and the poor people are still not poor. That has not changed. That's could totally change.
No, that is not feudalism. Feudalism.
Hey, look at the data.
And you live on someone else's property.
Gooch, you want the details to change without the actual result changing. I guess that's my biggest concern here. My biggest gripe. You want the details to change, but not the
axis. And the weirdest thing is that the axis of power is exactly the same. You just don't want the private companies to have the power. You instead want the government to have the power, as if the government can't be corrupt.
Who said government?
Who is it that's going to hold all this power that you're talking about?
The people in the enterprise need to
give enough of those people power, and the same thing is going to happen.
Absolutely not. if you have equal representation in the boardroom from the
Listen.
fucking
Since
workers,
you're saying
things will
communism
change.
don't exist, they're not communists. Name one socialist country where the people have freedom of speech, where their social media is not censored, where their internet's not censored, where the government doesn't control every aspect of their life. Show me one country that's socialist.
Name a capitalist country. Name a capitalist country. All right, because
America.
there's plenty of
I can
there's
say
plenty,
what
there's
I want right
plenty
now
of
about our
censorship
president.
going on.
when we're
I
right
can
now.
say exactly. I can say what I want right now on social media about our president. Nothing will happen to me. I can go lobby against any candidate and nothing will happen to me.
We can't have this conversation
Right.
in North Korea. We can't
No,
have this
exactly.
conversation in South.
Dude,
like, no, we can't. We
dude,
literally can't.
Jules, in China, you can't have this channel. We all can't hang out right here and talk this shit.
I'm telling, like, there is so much evidence that this kind of an
that's
access
better
to
than
power
capitalism.
doesn't work.
Yeah. Listen, I'll tell you this. Matter of fact, here's a simple one. Look at the data on every year, how many people migrate to socialist countries versus how many people migrate to the United States or any other democracy. Don't worry, I'll fucking wait again.
We keep acting like people are coming here for any other reason than it's better.
Bro, who's playing the circus
better.
music?
Yes, it's better after we destroy
Somebody
their
got a
fucking
flute in the
country.
background.
And I keep telling you that I'm not denying that America destroyed some shit. I'm saying that that's always been the case. Whether it's America or someone else, that's always been the case.
Yeah.
Whether it's the Roman Empire, whether it's the Roman Empire or this one,
Bro.
it's always the same.
Listen,
But your argument is like,
is a hood.
yeah, because I can have a cell phone and
you have
I'm poor.
neighborhoods. Countries are neighborhoods. You got to run your shit.
Your argument is
No, I said because I literally said because you have clean running water that comes out of the tap, and there are places in the world where the people don't have that. You're not sleeping in the street tonight, are you? Because there are people that are sleeping in much worse conditions than you are right now.
And this is who I'm advocating for. And what you're advocating for is
what you're advocating for is tearing down the system that allows you to benefit from these luxuries for a civil war.
Absolutely not.
In the
What
name
I'm
of idea
advocating for
and
is
in
make
the
it
name
better.
of
Make it
nothing
more
else
equal.
but cockeyed optimism
how
and
about this?
idealism.
Good. So how many homeless people do you have living in your house,
Your
bro?
socialist
No,
countries,
here we
look
go.
how many programs the government has to take care of their homeless and their poor. Compare that to the United States. Once again, don't worry, I'll wait, bro.
You know that it's insane.
You're right. Oh yeah, USA, yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean they literally
Hey,
pay
so
people.
wait, where
No,
do you
wait a
live?
minute,
Do
wait a
you
minute,
live in the USA?
wait a minute. The USA, this is how good this country is. They paid for me to go to college, right? That they put the money up. I didn't put the money up. I don't come from money. They paid for me to go to college just for me to fuck off the time. That's how good this country is. You can fuck off the money that they put up for you to go to college with shitty grades. But this is a bad place.
Not
No,
anymore.
bullshit.
Not anymore.
Now listen. I agree with you, man. Capitalism ain't perfect. It got its issues, but it's the best fucking solution right now.
Like I said, I'm not the most patriotic motherfucker, but a motherfucker not going to tell me that this is not a great country. I'm sorry. Motherfucker not going to tell me that.
I never said that.
That's why more people immigrate to the U.S. a year than any other country.
Let's be clear. I never said that. What I'm saying is we can do better. That's what I'm saying.
No shit. We've all agreed that capitalism is not perfect. We all agree we have our imperfections, bro.
Bro, the shit is that I'm sorry to tell you, Gooch, but a civil war is not better, and that's not doing better. It's not. It's
you pick and choose these
because that's the culmination of what you're describing. The absolution to all conflict, unfortunately, is violence.
Do you understand?
No, because this is what I've been trying to get across all along.
That's Marxist ideology. Revolution is the answer. That's Marxist ideology, right?
Oh,
there.
Jesus!
The absolution to all conflict is always violence. It always is. So that's what you're advocating for.
You know,
listen, if you're advocating for civil war or revolution, you are implying that you think right now our government's tyrannical. Do you?
I think the billionaires.
No, that's what the founding fathers put in place.
Hold on. Let me finish. I am saying is the billionaire class, the oligarchs, are tyrannical because they own the government. They own all three brands. Actually, the three branches and the fourth estate, which is the fucking media.
That
All right?
I will agree with. I will agree that our politicians are heavily influenced by corporations.
Okay,
I'll agree with that. Yep.
So let's go back. Let's go back to again the 1930s when the country was on the brink of civil war.
Uh-huh.
All right, the oligarchs tried to enlist. I think it was there was a general Butler. I think it was.
Yeah.
They tried to lead him.
You're talking about right before the New Deal.
Yes, they tried. They tried to overthrow Roosevelt. The oligarchs did.
Yeah.
All right, but it was the integrity of that general that told him to fuck off.
Yep.
And it was Roosevelt that went to these oligarchs and said, "If you don't give, they will take." And that's what changed. That's how he was able to pass the New Deal.
Yeah.
That's how we were able to build a strong middle class.
And do you know what the New Deal did to the fucking middle and low class? It was a promise to the middle class, but they ended up getting left out, fucked over, and all it did was prop up big businesses and landowners. And the middle class and everybody below them got fucked. The New Deal was a lie.
Wrong. Because you had a strong middle class where a man could support his family, his wife could stay at home, they had a house and a vacation house, they had a car, they were able to go on vacation. That created a strong middle class.
Listen,
guess what the oligarchs said? The oligarchs said, okay, we'll give it to you now, but we're going to take it back. And that's what they did.
Here's where it gets interesting. After everything you said, 90% of what you said was right. And I agree with you. But here's the interesting part. When it comes to all that, because of capitalism, because of, back then, federalism, right? And the two-party system now and the way our government is structured, we have checks and balances at every level. So while shady shit still goes down, while there's corporations that still have politicians in their pocket, there's still duality to it. We still have other sides that aren't doing that. Like, we still have checks and balances. No. This is still the best system. It's proven.
We don't have checks and balances. You've got senators and congressmen that go in.
You're asking for perfection, brother.
They go in living paycheck to paycheck and they come out millionaires. Why is that?
Yes, but what I'm saying is you're asking, but that's not everybody. You're asking for perfection across the board in the system. No system is going to have perfection. Every system is going to have shady. But listen, and when it comes to other economic systems,
the way they are.
Everybody's fucking shady. The government controls the people completely.
Guys,
the people can't move without the government.
Hold on. What I'm trying to say is, let's recognize these things and let's fix them. Let's not accept them.
Bro, no, I agree.
Let's not accept them as
most of us don't.
Because we're a little bit better than this country.
Yeah, no, I got you, brother.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you know what? I can't argue that either. It's an ongoing battle, and I'll tell you, and you see it yourself. You're steeped in this like I am. The battle is still ongoing, and we're not happy. But what I'm saying is, this is a far better deal than socialism.
That does.
No. I got to take a stance because I stand in opposition of what he's saying. Americans are the only ones who have the luxury of pretending they're suffering. He's not suffering right now. He's on a podcast talking with me. He's not going to sleep in this. You don't gotta go to a fucking well to get your water. You just got to turn the faucet. You're complaining.
Hold on. Did I say I'm suffering? No, I made it very clear that I'm well off. But what I'm advocating for is the people that are not. And let's not accept things for the way they are.
Yeah,
honestly, I'm more big on individual accountability because it seems to me that the banner of this generation is all my woes are someone else's fault. I believe that's bullshit. The billionaire is not the reason you're poor. He's not. I'm sorry. No, he's not. There are more ways to get money now than there ever were. And I don't believe the suffering of one person's circumstances can all be attributed to either Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos' dog. Sometimes you're broke because you're dumb.
Why? So then why did the country in the 1920s or even before that, in the Industrial Revolution, when you had these robber barons, why did the country change? because people got tired of these fucking super billionaires controlling everything. You got hurt on the job, they throw you outside and replace you. And that was okay. That was okay, right?
You're talking
Bro, that
about
was 100 years ago, bro. That was 100 years ago.
Gooch, I'm not as well off
who
as you, bro. Send me a rack.
asking? Who you asking to be in this revolution that has it so bad? The broke stoner that sits around listening to Lil Durk. These is the people that's gonna fight in the revolution.
Bro,
these
Gooch,
guys.
Gooch, I'm not well off, bro. Send me a rack, bro.
Fucking prick.
Yeah, socialism, bro. Send him a rack, bro.
It's hey man, you owe him you owe real talk.
You owe it to me, bro.
I don't even want a rack. Just send me $200.
Tell you what, real talk. Let's build a company. Let's get the minimum wage.
Sounds like a capitalist mentality right there.
Bro, I already have my own company, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. Send me a rack. I need capital.
Oh man.
I see what you're saying, man. Like, I agree with a lot of stuff you're saying. You make some good points, and I can't argue a lot of them. But
the bottom line is
these are my 2 points against. These are my 2 points against you, brother.
I'm telling you,
calling for a revolution,
quality of outcome
for a civil war right now is not cool. And fucking the idea that capitalism isn't the best economic system right now in the world efficiently, like, it's crazy.
This is asking for equality of outcome for every bozo and moron that isn't. Man, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he's voting for Kamala, bro.
Man, I'm just trying to get a rack.
I'm not. I'm not voting for Kamala, and I'm not voting for Trump. I'm not.
Well, then,
that's what that sounds like. Shit, but you get out there. You get out there.
I'm voting for a ham sandwich.
Listen, you get out there and you see what's going on. You see what's going on, and I'm not talking about with people you don't know, but people you do know. Why are your circumstances your circumstances? And I can tell you off top, you just don't want it bad enough. That's all. A lot of the time, that's what it is. You just don't want it bad enough.
Absolutely not.
Sandwich with, you know why? Ham sandwich with cheese on it, though.
Hold on. Let me tell you something.
Motherfuckers wake up every day.
You fat fuck.
Motherfuckers wake up every day, wake and bake, light a spliff, worrying about shit that don't matter, and letting the shit that do matter pass them by. I see it all the time. It's not that Elon has his thumb on you and he's stopping you. No, them millionaires don't know who the fuck you are, dog.
Can I tell you something?
Get up, get out.
Let me answer. Hold on. You're
get up, wrong. Get out, and get laid.
Hold on. I've worked at several fucking plants, 500, 1,000 people. All right. Those people they give their fucking lives to the company. They'll fucking work 10, 12, 14 hours a fucking day. All right. But they don't advance because they don't have the skills and they don't have the intellect. They don't have the leadership skills. And because of that, they should not be relegated to making less than a fucking living wage. That's what I'm talking about. They are entitled to make a living wage to support their families with dignity and not go on the government assistance.
I don't think
that's so. Let me ask you a question then. Hold on. No, I got him, Jules. I got him. Let me ask you a question. So let's say I'm that assembly line guy. The car pulls up on the assembly line. I reach over, bend my knees over the fucking bumper. You know, after enough years, I got to get arthroscopic surgery on both of my knees. I'm just installing AC condensers, and I can't ascend in the world. That's somebody else's fucking fault, not mine. Like I didn't decide to educate myself further.
Alex, I want to say, Alex,
bigger things.
Hold on.
No, wait a minute, Alex. I want to say that for old guys like us, because Alex is the same age as me, I think, right? We're big on accountability.
Yep, 100%.
We're big on accountability. Yep. Very big. You know why?
I grew up poor as fuck, dog. I'm balling right now.
I don't even think it's an old people thing. I think it's just a people who come from nothing. Because I'm the same way.
Yo, I'm I'm big on accountability, and the unfortunate. There are people that are unfortunate, you know. Like I'm not knocking them. I'm not unsympathetic. The problem is that's a fact of life. These people have always been around. There's never been a period. There's never been a period in time where there weren't poor people. There was never a utopia. There never will be. There never will be.
They used to call them peasants.
So fuck them, right?
I mean, dreaming ain't gonna help, dog. Dreaming ain't gonna help. The shit is you're not getting it, Gooch. It's not up to me. It's not up to me to look out for you. It's up to you to look out for you, bro. Because I'm not going to.
Okay, so let me go back to what Pez was saying.
Go ahead, bro.
You understand that the corporate system is a pyramid, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody on the floor decides I'm going to go to school, and I'm going to make better. There are limited spots available
To go to school.
right? So not everybody can ascend to that, and just because they can't ascend,
Wait.
does not
Hold
mean.
on. Let's break this
Hold
down
on, let
into
me finish.
segments.
Just
Hold on,
because
wait.
they can't.
In
Hold on, let me
segments, bro,
finish.
'cause I don't
Let
wanna
me
forget
finish.
everything.
Let me finish my point. And just
You
because
said limited
there's
spots
not
for what,
enough
though?
positions up there, they should not be relegated to making minimum wage.
Okay,
Well,
listen.
take their fucking asses
Listen.
elsewhere.
You think it's feasible to pay everybody on every level the same wage? You
Did
wouldn't have a
I s-
business. You wouldn't
did
make
I
fucking
say that?
money.
This
Did
reminds
I
me of the
say
Bernie
that?
Sanders shit when he
Did I
proposed,
fucking
yeah,
say
man,
that?
we're gonna give free
No,
college.
I didn't say you said that.
You
I'm
guys,
asking the question. So what are you saying? Like,
what I'm saying is
listen,
that
let me ask you this. If I'm the business owner, right, and I employ you and I employ Jules, right? And I need someone to manage everything and run the show when I'm not there. Jules has a degree and you don't. All right, but you're a hard worker. Who do you think is going to get paid more and have the higher position? What are we talking about?
can I answer that?
Because
Yes.
I don't have hold on. I don't have a fucking degree, and I've been the one that's been chosen.
Mhm.
All right. Again, but
Were you
that's not.
chosen or did you
And
make
hold
your
on,
own path?
hold on. Again, but not everybody has the fucking abilities that I have. I recognize
Boo
that.
fucking
Hold on.
who
Let me
for those
finish.
Exactly.
people?
Can I have a question?
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? So for the people that don't have the abilities that you had that got you the positions that you got, are you saying that they should have chose those people instead of you?
What are you talking about?
You just said you had abilities that other people don't have that got you positions of power. So
Yeah.
are you saying that those people that don't have your abilities, should they have been chosen instead of you?
Where do you get this from?
From what you
Got it from
just
what you just
said.
said.
No.
From what you
What
just
I'm
said,
saying
bro.
is no, because I demonstrated the abilities to handle the fucking
You
position.
mean a meritocracy where you get what you get based on merit
Oh my
and not
God.
equality of
What?
outcome?
Crazy.
You're
Insane.
completely twisting
I'm
this
not
around.
twisting
My
anything. You're
point.
saying that you had skills that other people didn't have that got you positions of power,
Yes.
right? That's what you're
Yes.
saying.
Yes.
So are you now saying that instead of a meritocracy, no, they should have just gave those positions to the hardest workers?
That is absolutely not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that shouldn't mean that the worker on the floor should be relegated to make a minimum wage. That's what I'm saying. The
Okay, so
system
you're
is
saying,
fucked. What you're
all
talking
right, so
about is
all right.
what
So
you're
what you're
trying to
saying
make
is,
this into the system. What I'm saying is that the system needs to change.
so the system is fucked up
Okay, so
because
you're
listen,
saying
hold on.
Yes.
So
you
hold
would
on.
have
So
been
people
cool
with
with
more ability,
doing
hold
the
on, I
more.
got
Hold
this.
on. You're saying you would have been cool with doing
Go ahead.
the more work and having the more responsibility and doing all that and getting paid more if the other people who were doing less were also getting paid the same amount as you.
When did I say that?
Basically.
No,
When did I say that?
that's what it
That's
breaks
what you're
down to.
arguing in favor
No,
of.
no,
You're
absolutely not. Absolutely not. I have
You're
never
saying
said
they
that.
should make a living wage, right?
What I am saying is that they should make a living wage.
Right. So what you're saying is because what they're making isn't a living wage, correct?
Yes.
You moving up to a higher position gave you the ability to make a living wage, correct?
No, and I'll tell you
No,
why.
no. Yes, it
Again,
fucking did. You
no.
moving up to a higher position made you earn more because you had to do more. So that means you earned a living wage. You're saying that the people that aren't doing as much as you should make the same amount as you who are doing more.
No. Absolutely
No,
not.
I think it
What's
was
like talking to
Nietzsche.
a fucking brick wall?
Alex, it
No,
was
no, no,
you'll
no, no,
correct
no. Hold on.
Alex. Wait, Alex, you'll correct me if
Yeah,
I'm
go ahead.
wrong. Was it Friedrich Nietzsche that said only the strong survive? Is he the one who said that?
Yes, yes,
Oh, he's the foremost authority.
yes.
Yeah, you're right. Oh,
That's
I'm
the
wrong.
but
I'm
that's the
wrong.
it's not that he's the foremost authority. Is that that's a general observation. That's the way it is.
Hold
That's
on.
the way it is.
Hold on. Let me go back to let me clarify what Real Talk said. I made a point earlier stating that in my position, I wanted to pay my people more, but I couldn't. Because if I did, we would become less competitive and we would die. The problem is the system.
Pay yourself less.
I had a CEO that wanted to pay more people, but he couldn't. All right. The problem is the system.
Okay.
I
all I
think
can
the
say is
problem.
do-
I
all
think
I
the
can say
problem
this.
is
How
the
about this?
idealism.
Or how about this?
Do-
How about the problem was y'all
Idealism
didn't-
is how
hold
things
on, hold on.
change.
No. Do you ever consider that the problem is your lack of accountability, you and your CEO and co-owner lack of accountability, and y'all's lack to
How?
fucking run your business
me-
efficiently enough to still pay your people more and make more money, because other businesses have found ways to pay their people more money, but you didn't. So what are you saying?
You're making generalizations that
Now
And
I'm
And
saying
saying
it.
but saying that the system,
Wait.
no, because the system being imperfect, that's not a
Let me
generalization.
Let me ask. Wait.
Listen.
Let
You
me
know what's
ask.
funny? You know
It's
what's
a
funny?
fact.
Let me say this real quick,
What?
country. Listen, you got two options when it comes to this world and in the economy. You got two options. Okay, you can adapt and overcome, or you can sit there and bitch and cry. Which one you gonna be, bro?
well, I adapt and overcome.
Let
But
me
I
ask
also
you.
If y'all
hold on,
adapt
hold
and
on,
overcame,
hold on.
you
But
would have
I
found a
also
way to pay your
advocate
people
for
more.
those who can't.
You would have found a way to pay your people more, and you wouldn't be here complaining.
Let me ask you a question.
You know how what you're talking about is the way I've found in the past to pay my people more is through automate, which means elimination of jobs, which adds to the fucking unemployment. All right, that's the
Okay.
system.
Gooch,
So
let
I've
me
done
ask
that
you
as
something.
well.
Let me ask you
No,
something.
they're
though.
blaming
Wait.
the system again. Instead of
It is the
understanding the
system.
system and
Hold on.
operating within the confines of it to maximize your fucking gains and your employment pay, you're letting the system be. Oh, this is the system.
You don't know what you're
I guess
talking
I gotta
about.
just
You have
fucking be victim
absolutely
to
no
it.
clue what you're talking about.
Let me
Oh, I
ask
do.
you something, please.
Go
What
ahead.
Go ahead, country.
was the
Cook something up. Cook
ratio?
up, dog.
What was the ratio of the pay for the CEO and the average worker? How wide was the gap or the ratio between the pay for them? And
CEO can't take no pay cut, bro. Come on now.
no, I'm just asking.
No, it's crazy. It's
No, I know what you're getting at, country. I'm with you. That's what I'm saying.
look, the ratio
No, what was the pay gap?
the pay gap was at least $700,000-800,000.
Oh, okay. But you can't afford to pay your employees more. Why was that?
Again, it's the fucking system. You're acting like I'm paying this guy $800,000 a year because I want to. No, it's because it's the system.
The system. Okay. The system
all I can tell you,
is
bro, all I can tell
preventing
you-
the
like
owners
Alex,
of a
Alex,
business, the ones who
Alex,
have a $600,000 to $800,000 differential. I made it wider for you just to make it easy. $600,000 to $800,000 differential a year. The
What are you talking
system
about?
made it harder for them to pay their employees more while they collected what they did. Okay.
No.
See?
So what's your point? I don't understand what your point is.
My point is, y'all had the
capitalism.
power to pay your employees more. You just didn't because
No,
you wanted
I
more
don't.
money.
No, I don't have the power to do that. I'm not the CEO.
Okay, but the CEO had the power to do that.
Yeah, he's another fucking capitalist. It's a system.
Okay. So
it's a system
is
that
it
we're
him?
in.
Okay, hold on. We're talking about that specific business you're referencing. Was it the system or just that person for that company who decided to say, "Oh, it's the system"? He had the power to do what he wanted with his company and pay his employees more. He just didn't.
He's not
Because
me.
he wanted more. Because
I doubt he's going
Not
to
me.
I doubt he's going to a fucking $80,000 home, with a 2-bedroom and his regular ass fucking Honda.
And here's the
at
thing:
the end of the fucking day,
yes.
of course the fucking CEO does have the power to pay his employees more, but he doesn't obviously because he wants better for himself and his own. No?
Yep. And here's the thing: those employees that were in that system, which could be any one of us on this panel, those employees that were in that system, they had the option of bettering themselves and finding something else and doing something else.
Going to another job paying the same fucking money. That's a fallacy. What you're saying?
Or another job that pays more money.
No, they don't exist. That's what I'm telling you.
Or starting their own business.
Yes, they do.
Or starting their own business.
They exist for a small percentage of the people. Look, I live in this. I work in it every fucking day, and I know what manufacturing is, and I know what it pays. All right, I shut down a fucking plant in City of Industry a few months ago, and some of these leads were making like $25 an hour, which was great at the time. And guess what? The plant closed down. They're going and making 15, 14, or I think $15 is the minimum wage now. $15, $18 an hour. So no, it's not like they can just leave and go get, I'm making 25,
Okay.
I'll go make 28. Maybe there's a couple of people that can do that, but not the majority.
And you expect, you think there's a realistic world where everyone's created equal, like inherently, and
No.
everyone has the intrinsic motivation to better themselves?
Absolutely not. No, we are not created equal. Man,
All right, so
all men
how
are
about
not. Hold on, let me finish. No, you asked me
Okay.
the question. I'm going to answer
Yeah,
it.
I got
No,
you.
not
Go
all
ahead.
men
Go
are
ahead.
created
Go ahead.
equal. All right. Every man is endowed with different skills and abilities, and just because their skills and abilities aren't to become CEO does not mean that they should be relegated to make a minimum wage,
Okay.
less than a living wage. That's my
Okay.
point.
All right, so how about this? Let me ask you this. Clearly, we're not going to see eye to eye on this, so let's just get to this one. What have you done with everything you've accomplished, the networks you've created, the people you know, the money you've made? What have you done personally to improve the lives of these middle and lower class workers and laborers?
I've coached and developed people. I've promoted people. I've educated people. I've fought to get them fucking bonuses, get them raises. I do what I can within the system.
That's
And
very
and
anecdotal.
to be honest,
Give me
and to
some
be
solid
honest,
examples.
I mean,
hold on.
the way it sounds, it sounds like, you know, like natural selection. Like it's just a natural selection to me, dog. If the skills that you have now are not enough for you to make the kind of money you want to make, if they're not, then get more. Simple. Get
At the
more.
end of the day, just do it. I'm sorry, like it sounds callous, but do what my mother did when she put herself through nursing school. Work 2 jobs. Boo hoo.
And it's not coming. It doesn't come from a lack of sympathy for these people. It's just a fact of life that if you're born, if I'm born, no, if Alex is born under harsher circumstances than I am, and he sees all the things that I have, he can sit around worrying about what I have, or he can get off his ass and get his own. Because either way, those circumstances don't change. He still has to.
Look, Goose, can I give you like a very personal example, bro? Look, I was born at a very unfortunate circumstances. I was born in very unfortunate. I don't know my father, and I got taken away from my family at a very young age. So I have very fucking hard come ups. But I also have family who didn't grow up that way, who had both mother and father who got to live with them until they're fucking 25 plus and are doing very well. Do I sit around like wondering like, damn, I deserve a piece of that, you know? Like, no, I work 2 fucking jobs, bro. I have my own personal business on top of that, and I'm working to build myself something because I don't want to fucking sit around and be like my fucking other uncles.
And
It takes personal responsibility to
that's
not
the
want to
point
be
I'm
in those
that
positions.
if if you're poor, you know, I didn't know my father. I don't think a lot of 80s babies knew their father, right? You can't worry about that. You got to get your own. Either way, what you got to do is still the same. You can sit around idealizing and worrying about what someone else has, or you can get up and go get your own. The way I see it, it's probably better if you go get up and go get your own.
Can I say something? I was born poor as well. All right. We didn't have a whole fucking lot. I mean, I remember there were times where we ate fucking potato tacos just to get by. All right. And yes, I'm one of those guys that said, fuck it. You know, I was a young father and I went out and got mine. All right. And I got a little girl that she was born under poor, not the ideal circumstances that I'm going to adopt and I'm going to take care of because that's my responsibility. That's my contribution to this country, to take to take responsibility for something, for a life that nobody else would. All right. I busted my ass and I did everything I could to better my family, and I did that. All right. Nobody handed me a goddamn thing. I was passed over for fucking promotion after promotion, knowing I was the fucking best. And what did they do? This fucking Mexican, blah, 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 whatever. All right. I didn't give a fuck. I never played the victim. I didn't give a fuck because I was going to stick it in their face and I was going to outperform them. And guess what I did? And I kept rising and rising and rising. And because of that, along the way, I saw all of these different fucking cases. I worked at plants with 2,000 fucking people, 1,500, 500. And I saw the way, I see these people. They're good fucking people. And they don't deserve to make fucking minimum wage. They give their fucking lives. These women, and most of these fucking plants are women, all right? Given their fucking lives. They work all fucking night. They go home. They feed, they give their kids breakfast, send them off to school. Those are the people that I fucking advocate for. Those are the people that deserve a fucking living wage. That's who I advocate. These are the things that I've seen, and this is what's formed.
And I'm sorry, but socialism isn't going to fix
Who's
that.
talking about socialism? I'm not talking about socialism. You guys keep bringing socialism, communism. What I'm saying is these people need to organize.
I got you, brother. Listen, if they're going to pay the bottom workers more money, then the products have to cost more. You understand that, right?
No. Look, you know what? In and Out is a great fucking example of how an organization should be run. All right? It is a successful, high-quality organization that pays their people well. Why?
Bro, you're comparing a burger joint. Listen,
let me finish. Because the people at the top.
They don't even have bacon on the premises. You're talking
Jesus
about a
Christ.
burger joint.
Hold on, let's not make jokes.
Hold on, no. When it comes to
they pay their people well because
story, bro.
People
but when it comes to fucking workers who build fucking spaceships, rockets, cars, fucking skyscrapers,
Money's got to come.
Regis is going to beat Jack Catterall.
The money's. You think Regis is going to, huh?
I think Regis is going to beat Jack Catterall.
Hey, let's hope. The money's got to come from somewhere, Gooch. It has to.
Okay, so he talked about the military-industrial complex, right?
No, I didn't. I said if people are gonna fucking make more money at the lowest level,
if you're giving the people at the lowest level, it's not hard to understand. I say it all the time. There's no such thing as a free lunch. If what you're talking about is giving people at entry level more money, that money has to come from somewhere. So what are you gonna do? Jack up the prices?
No. What I'm saying, if you guys would just listen. The example of In and Out is that the people at the top take less so that the people at the bottom can have more. That's what I'm saying. Back in the 50s, the CEOs made, what was it, like 3 or 4 or 5 times more than what the average worker makes. Today, it's 300-400%. That's what I'm saying. And the only way to change that, again, is to organize and to demand that.
That's not okay. Here's the
What's
problem.
going on is the
Gooch, stop, Gooch, stop. The reason why because you talked on and said the same thing over and over again. We get it. The whole point is that inflation is the part of the reason why that happened. Your dollar is worth less now. So of course the fucking shut the fuck up. I let you talk without laughing at you. Fuck you. You're an idiot.
Oh, I'm seriously. You're a fucking idiot.
Oh, come on. Come on, tell us. Land the plane, Jason. Jesus.
Go ahead, Jason.
I love both you guys. This is awesome.
Go ahead, Jason.
No. I shouldn't have said that to you, Gooch. I apologize.
I apologize.
Oh, what do you need? Do you two need a room, or are you gonna land the plane?
Inflation spiked up the dollar. Inflation spiked up the dollar, so prices get jacked, and they pay themselves more. It doesn't, unless inflation goes down, they're never going to take prices down. So you just fuck it, like it's just a circle of life, dude.
I mean, the other thing is that if these entry level workers started demanding more, you know what happens? They'll just give those jobs to somebody else. That's all that's going to happen. They'll outsource. They'll outsource. No. Think about it. They will outsource those jobs to some foreign country where the people are willing to work for less.
Well, we got to be real, bro. Like, nobody was ever meant to live off of entry level jobs, bro.
Those
were always meant for people coming out of fucking high school.
Most jobs, that's like, bullshit. Most jobs are entry level.
No, man. No, they're not. No, they're fucking
not. No. Most jobs are entry level. Most jobs are. Most jobs are entry level. The thing is that
that's real. That's real.
They are, like, most jobs, like if you're entry level jobs, what are they? McDonald's, Walmart, Publix. Most jobs are entry level jobs.
Food manufacturing.
Right?
But you're not supposed to stay there, bro.
I would allude to that. That if
Like
this,
you're
that,
you're
that if this,
you're
that if
supposed
this,
to be developing
But
skills
again,
while
I
you're
go
in that
back to
entry
the
level
pyramid
job
system.
to move up and do better things. And if you're not, that's a personal fucking problem.
I
No,
think
it's
so.
not.
I think so. Go
Absolutely
Yes,
not.
the
learn,
fuck
learn,
it is.
learn to
No,
fix air
it's not.
conditioners. Learn to fix refrigerators. There are any number of trade skills, roofing. There are any number of skills that will get you paid. This idea that everybody's supposed to be able to make the same kind of money, that is never gonna happen, dog. It ain't. It ain't. It ain't.
You keep bringing like okay you say that like I'm advocating for everybody to make the same, and it's not the case. What I'm saying is people need to make a living wage.
So Jules, what you're saying is we should make trade schools great again.
I've always thought
Oh,
that.
Trade
I've,
schools should,
absolutely.
yeah,
if you listen, if you want my personal opinion, if I were president, I'd bring back actual applicable skills that you can leave high school with and get a fucking job.
Like bring back
absolutely.
fucking wood shop, bro.
I'm not, and that's not even cap. I think you're better off learning to be a mechanic than reading about a bunch of bullshit in college. I literally had a philosophy class where you had us watch a John Wayne movie at 8 in the fucking morning, dog.
Oh
This
god,
is
my
where the
grandma does
effort
that
goes.
shit.
This is where the effort goes. I would go as far as saying, because I don't trust government, that they took away those skills from the scholastic system for a reason, because those are applicable skills that will get you paid. They will. Auto mechanic?
I agree.
Yeah, dog. There's plenty. Who doesn't need their car service, dog? Who
Yeah, bro.
doesn't?
Like we gotta be real. Like an electrician. My cousin was he's a felon who
Plumbers.
got out of prison. Fucking in 5 years, the man was able to buy himself an F-250 fucking truck, bro. Like the
If I
man
were
bought his own home.
if I
It's
were
like
gonna if I were gonna advocate for reform in this country, it wouldn't be privatized companies. It would be the school system, because these kids are getting out of school and they don't know what the fuck is out there. That
can't
to
even
me is a
find-
bigger problem.
They can't even
I
find
agree.
shit on a map, man. You ask them to find a country, and they can't tell you where it is.
It's like what they're like. I don't even. I feel like I'm in a fucking Twilight Zone episode. Like, how is this part of the curriculum?
And not
How?
only
there are
that,
people who can't read
teach
an
them how to,
analog clock, bro.
not only that, teach them how to manage money.
Teach
Oh,
them how to
teaching.
do.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, like to me,
Life skills.
they should know how to do their taxes, because they're all going to have to do them. But
See,
you're
now this is
teaching
the kind of
you're teaching them
Teaching
this
motherfuckers about credit
bullshit.
score.
4n equals 20. Well, what fucking good is that if you work at McDonald's?
Nothing.
see, this is the kind of change I can get behind.
There you go, Joel. There you go, Jules.
If we're going to talk about change, like, yeah, the school system, like, because if you're going to college for anything other than STEM, like, what the fuck are you doing there? Getting a women's studies degree?
Art philosophy major. Well, that'll get you a job at Starbucks.
Gender studies,
bro.
bro.
Look,
Gender study, bro. I studied
at the end of
gender.
the day, bro, it just circles back to personal
Be a shift
responsibility.
supervisor. You can be a shift supervisor at Erie with your gender studies degree. Fucking you're teaching people pure bullshit. You have a generation of kids that are coming out of high school and coming out of college and have no real life skills, nothing they can actually use. So they end up in their mid to late 30s at fucking Starbucks.
There you go.
That's the problem.
There you go.
I'm a hell
Let's
of a
change it.
supervisor, by the way, guys. I'm a fucking fire ass supervisor, by the way. I'm supervising right now.
Super that shit.
There you go, Jules. Revolution. Let's change the education system.
But you see, that's not a revolution. Like, I don't consider that a revolution. I think that has to happen at the parent level. And here's the problem: government has grown big enough that they're making this shit part of the curriculum. More government to me does not seem like the answer. More autonomy, more sovereignness. That's the answer. I don't. My kid doesn't need to learn this bullshit. How the fuck is this going to help them with their day-to-day life?
Who owns government? It's
You're
not the
right.
people.
You're right,
It's the
Jules.
fucking oligarchs. All of this is by design. This is all by design, and that's what I'm saying. Teach these kids fucking life skills. Teach them like
Listen,
exactly what you
look,
said.
listen, dude,
Everything you're advocating for.
Listen,
We're
Hold on,
individuals.
Wait, go ahead, Brim. Go ahead, Brim.
We can be individually smart, but we're collectively stupid. So they expect the masses to make that type of movement. Is just a pipe dream. Now everything starts from the ground floor level, just like Jules said. It starts from the home, then it starts to the neighbor, to that block, then it goes to that particular neighborhood, then it goes into it expounds from there. And the further out you get, and the more people you involve, the stupider it gets. There's unfortunately you just can't avoid that.
Honestly, I so agree with that. The collective IQ comes down the more people you involve. And the real change happens in the home. What separates the kid who gets out there and does something is what happens in the home, dog.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
100%.
And I wish it were a village, but there's too much separation in the country right now for any number of reasons to say that, oh, well, let's idealize this. No, raise your kids right, dog. Actually teach them something. And that shit sound cliche to the motherfucker, but honestly, the motherfucker that get out there and does something, what was happening at home a lot of the time is the reason.
Hey, Jules, you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of this little easy saying, bro. Like, you can sit back and wait for the government to save you and fix your problems, or you can do it your fucking self. Like, honestly, listen, man. Like, listen, the government ain't fixing our problems. The people. We create and fix our own problems, the people. The government, do they have influence? Sure, yeah, influence. But who has ultimate agency? The fucking people. Matter of fact, when it comes to Black Lives Matter, abortion, all this, the government don't run shit if the people come together.
That's true.
All this division and separation, bro. No, it's us. We're doing it to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe everybody wants to look at the government to fix our problems, bro. No.
My view of a lot of this stuff, the problem is that there are so many different people here, and they all want so many different things. Their own personal shit they got going on, whatever it is. I don't even know that you can bring right or wrong into it because different people have different shit they want. So you got to look at things at an individual level, not, oh yeah, we got to do this for all. I don't know all these people. I don't know what they all want. What's good for them might not be good for them. I don't know. I can't get into that. You as an individual got to look out for yourself. It's a dog eat dog world. And that didn't start with America. Nah, it didn't start with the big corporations. It's always been a dog eat dog world. Yep. It was never nothing else.
And then we wonder why we have homeless. Then we wonder why there's crime. No, we all have to take responsibility for one another and help each other.
I think that people not taking responsibility is why we have those things.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't wonder.
And that's what I'm telling you.
I don't wonder why we have crime. I don't wonder why we have homelessness. That's wild. That you wonder that? That's crazy.
I don't wonder that. That's not gonna go away. There will always be crime.
I was being sarcastic, and obviously you didn't get that. But what I'm saying is, we all have to we all have to use our experience, our knowledge, and all that to help each other, to help one another. And that's what I'm saying. We have to take responsibility for those that can't help themselves and find a way to help them or educate them or show them.
I want to put it to you another way. We're all of a similar mindset, which is why we can have this conversation, right? But you have to understand that everybody is not like us. Like, I don't know any other way to put it but to say that, there's probably somebody out there that hates you just for being Mexican.
Oh, I agree with you.
Right. There's somebody out there that might hate me because, I don't know, they don't like the way I shave. I don't know. They don't like who I picked to win a fight. People are not two-dimensional. That's why that's not going to work. People are greedy, deceitful, vengeful. It's not going to work.
It does.
No, it hasn't, and it won't.
I'll tell you like this. I got him, Jules. Check it out. Hey, Goose, check it out.
That's how change has happened.
Now, listen, man. Listen, like, you know what? We disagree on some things, but you do make a lot of valid points, brother, and you know your shit. I'll give you that. But I'll tell you this, man. If you want to see that, like what you're looking for in society, if you want to see that come to fruition, just go ahead and vote for Trump. That's your best bet. Next subject.
I'm not fucking doing this shit. I'm going to sleep.
What the hell?
We're going to be here for another 3 fucking hours if we get into
it. I'm not doing this. Friday night, bro. I'm getting laid.
Fuck off. I gotta go watch that Joe Rogan episode.
This is